Bro, something to say, okay? When you're put in a position of power, first of all, someone can be a criminal and a hero at the same time. Does not matter. If your dad protected you from a man who was trying to end your life and there was no proof that he was trying to end your life, to the judicial system, he is a criminal. Does not matter. Okay? He's still your hero. Does not matter. Okay? Number two, when you're put in a position of power, that means you have responsibilities. Like when you run a country, Hitler didn't directly kill people. He ordered people to kill people.
He directly unalived 600 people, so he did directly kill people.
Then let's say he never killed anyone, but he ordered people to kill people. That is still his responsibility. That is something that he assumes, right? So when
doesn't make him a bad person.
When you're a billionaire who runs
definitely does.
multi-billion-dollar company or almost trillion-dollar company.
I'm about to make a poll. This is crazy.
I would just like to say I don't really see, if you're comparing literally Hitler and the Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, I don't see how Hitler ordering
Schmittler,
SS guards or his personnel to execute 6 million Jewish people is that much different than Brian Thompson, rolling out.
I'm trying to make a direct comparison.
No.
I can't tell you the difference.
I don't see how it's different that his policies directly led to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of sick Americans.
Wait, we can say
I can tell
yeah,
you
but
exactly
there's
how
just
they're
something.
different.
There's just
And
something that's
Hitler's-
repulsive about saying that if the mustache man in Germany ordered people to be killed but didn't kill, he's not bad. But your dad, who unalives in self-defense, is bad.
Let me give you the direct reasoning.
Do you understand that, Kamala?
Right. Hold on. I understand that, and I'm going to get to that after I answer theirs, and I'll get right back to that one. All right, first off, with the Schmittler versus him case. Schmittler wasn't a bad guy. He lost a war, and thus he got unalived for losing a war.
Let him make my bro.
That's just the most ridiculous reductio I've ever heard.
There's no way that he just said that H man is not a bad person.
He said the mustache guy isn't bad, but Bruce Wayne's parents are bad.
Hey, host. So that question, bro. If nothing changes, are you still gonna consider this guy a hero?
Yes, because he literally gave a message out.
He was brave enough to stand for his cause.
Okay.
I think he'll go to jail. He'll definitely go to jail.
Let's if we can get realistic with the metaphor
He
here.
could have done the same with a Facebook post. It resulted in the same thing if nothing changes.
So let me ask you because I'm trying to gauge what you would call a hero then. What would you call a hero? Just give me an example of somebody you would call a hero in history.
All right. There's a school shooting, and someone just tackles the dude down. You know what I'm saying? Stops him. That's a hero.
Is somebody what?
If there's like a school schmooting, I don't know how pew-pewing, and someone tackles the guy down and just holds him down until the police get there, that's a hero. Even if he doesn't just hold him down, if he just takes him out right there, that's a hero.
But if he unalives them, that's a hero.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if he tackles them and unalives them, or he doesn't.
Wait.
That's a hero.
What if the pew-pewing hasn't started, but you know that he has intent and you know that he has the weapon?
Yeah, same thing, bro.
I think being a hero.
Then I would think you're just committed to saying that this guy is a hero as well.
Yeah, exactly. But
you guys are acting as if this is gonna make a difference. I'm saying this might not make a difference at all.
It already did. Blue Cross and Blue Shield rolled back their anesthesia cap the day after the shooting. That's a change.
Okay, but here's the thing.
If
you want to think economically, so if you were to unalive a CEO, if the CEO were to just disappear, that company would go into panic. The company will lose investors, thus losing the company money. And when the company loses money, they might offset the cost by increasing the prices of the services or products that they're using.
They can't increase the price. That's not insurance. Hold on. That's not how insurance companies
It's a
work.
service.
Yeah.
Listen, hold on. That's not how insurance companies work. Insurance companies have a weird way of structuring the pricing where they can't increase it. The reason why is because if you do increase your prices, people would jump ship from your insurance company to another insurance company where the prices are lower because it's risk-based. So what happens is that the reason why they charge you a certain amount is because either you're a risk or you're not a risk. So if you're not a risk, you're gonna have a lower. You're gonna get a lower quote in your insurance policy.
It's like the whole
And if
point
you
of
don't get a
competitive
lower-
healthcare.
Yeah. So this is called adverse selection, which means that if you do raise your prices, you're gonna get all the bad people somewhere else because they're safer.
They might. You got a strong point there, but I'm saying they're gonna try and offset the cost, and whether that means denying more people for medical reasons or increasing the products of their services, so they might offset more people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they
but
might
Ben,
deny more claims.
No, you can't. No, that's what I'm saying, Ben. There's no way to. With insurance, it's weird because it's not like you could just arbitrarily increase these prices, and then you can't arbitrarily just deny claims either. There has to be a certain reason as to why you deny these claims. They're in a lot of trouble because they have a lot of people that are already pushing back on their claims, on the claim denials. So to increase those claim denials is going to be even worse for them.
Exactly. It's like if you went to like the owner of a Pizza Hut and like wrote a manifesto about like how you hate pepperoni and you're gonna unalive this guy because you hate pepperoni. Their response to that, putting more pepperoni on pizza, is just gonna be ridiculous. Like, right? So the response to this happening, being that they deny more claims, is just gonna be detrimental.
I think maybe the only reason that people consider Luigi Mangione a hero is because he stands for something bigger than, just a murder on the street. Like, it could have been Brian Thompson, it could have been some guy named Jim Jones, but he represented the anger and the hatred that the American people have for the healthcare.
Was that a Freudian slip? You saying Jim Jones?
It's class action. Like,
hold on. Wait, was that a Freudian slip? What?
Emily said Jim Jones, and I was just wondering if that was a Freudian slip for like the GDP, like the guy.
Oh. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, who playing that new Moral Rivals game?
That's not the topic.
Yeah, so listen. To be clear, I agree with the people who say that this guy's not a hero, but the reasons you guys are coming up with to say that he's not just aren't tracking logically.
Exactly.
Could he be an anti-hero?
So no, wait, hold on. I believe that he could also be an anti-hero. Now, right here, right now, you don't believe he's a hero. I wonder why. What's the reason for it?
Yeah, the reason that mine will stick up over time when so far they haven't is because my reason for not thinking he's a hero is that heroes are somebody whose message stands the test of time, right? Like, I think that Rosa Parks was a hero. I think if Rosa Parks sat in the front and nobody cared, and then the next day it was back to normal, I don't think she would be considered a hero, right?
Like, that's what I'm saying. I think the long-term impact of this is going to paint him as a hero or as a a vessel of change.
Yeah. Would you agree with that, AR?
Here's the problem. I think that just us having the conversation right now and it being such an impactful statement is making him a hero already.
I agree that there's some inductive case to be made that it's probably more likely he's going to be a hero than not. But I'm just saying that, like, I think he's not a hero because I think that under capitalism... Hey, can everybody who's not talking mute? There's an echo. I think that under capitalism, you're going to be alienated from certain consequences of decisions that you can make at levels. And if there was knowledge about that, and it comes to light that there was knowledge about that, then I think it's going to sway the society's opinion one way over the other.
I think that for you to be a hero is that you're admired for a message that you came across and also sacrificing either your freedom or your life.
Yeah, but wait. You agree though that some people admire Mustache Man for his ideas, right?
I do agree on that. Yeah.
Okay, well then.
The only difference between Schmittler is that most people, like, when you're talking about like hero or not being a hero, you're looking at it also from an ethical dilemma, and the way his ethics work, and why most people don't consider him a hero is automatically why I would say that he isn't a hero, because it's kind of like the Tinkerbell effect. The more people that you believe in you are a hero, the more you will become that hero.
Well, it depends. I agree with the concept of what you're saying, but it just depends on like somebody's ethical framework. But yeah, somebody else can have the floor.
Caleb, do you comment?
I just want to say, a lot of
real
people...
quick, just to have D comment real fast.
Go ahead.
Deoccupy.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, I think it remains to be seen if this sort of started a revolution or if it did not. What needs to happen in this situation in the healthcare industry, with United Health having a 90% AI, first round denial rate, and their denial rates in the final, industry wide, the average is 16% denial. Theirs were over 32%. They need to be delicensed. Like, we need to start having a serious conversation. They need to lose their damn license. Everybody needs to change their health care, so they're collapsing, and there need to be Senate hearings, et cetera, because that puts everybody else on notice. And they need to be forced to sell their business. They have more government contracts in Medicare and everything else. Every one of those contracts needs to be canceled. It's time for that little regime to change over. Like, that's the serious conversation we need to start having, and we need to start pressuring our representatives. We'll find out, when we look back, if this made significant change, that makes this guy a hero. And if it just causes a lot of conversation and we get nowhere, then, the poor guy's just like a guy who went too far and ruined his own life.
No, I mean, it's going to
Watching
strike
and waiting
another
is-
man to do something like that, or a woman, right? It's just going to, like, I don't know, I think this guy is, like, we can agree that these insurance companies are evil, right?
Criminal. They're criminals.
Criminals. They're
But
criminals.
we've been in agreement about that. I feel like what Luigi Mangione did was like, hey, I'm going to go to the middle of Midtown Manhattan and show it all to you. And that's why we're all talking about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but please, everyone, write your senators, demand hearings in the healthcare industry about denials and standards, and
Right, Jim
please
Jones.
write your
That's the
representatives.
change. That's the
They
actual
need to
change.
lose
we
their
will see.
license. They can lose their C corporation license that's granted by the state that they're headquartered in. They can lose a lot of things. Insurance has special licensing. They have to jump through a lot of hoops to be allowed to issue insurance state by state. You can also write your state representatives saying, de-license this agency in our state, not to make less insurance available, to force them to sell. It's time for someone else to take over and change the entire culture of that.
So
company. It's not going to happen switching CEOs. It's not going to happen that way. That business needs to be sold to somebody else and rebuilt.
No, so Deoccupy. Hold on. Let me just. I want to respond to that. This idea that you could sell a corporation to somebody else, it doesn't work. What you have to do is just dismantle the board of directors, if that's the case. Because what does it mean to sell a corporation? There's no, that's like the way that corporations work is that it's publicly traded in the market. And then there's also appointed.
We just had Twitter sold that was publicly traded in the market. You can sell a corporation. They have to be losing business and things going so badly that someone comes in, buys majority stock, takes it over.
Yes.
Changing the people at the top doesn't change the culture that all the middle management was raised in. All those people have to be switched out. We have to collapse them financially.
Yeah, but you're talking about which had a $44 billion market cap that can be bought out by the richest man in the world, versus it would be a group. It would be, just like they're trying to sell TD. Yeah. It would be a group of investors, but it gets cheap when everybody changes. It's open enrollment right now. If you have a United Healthcare plan, change it to something else. Right. And we have to pressure the government to take away all government contracts from United Healthcare. Yeah, but corporations doesn't work the way you're describing, as if like you need to sell the whole company.
And also,
Americans have an ungodly amount of power as consumers, an ungodly amount that we all play helpless and do not exercise.
That's the point that Luigi was trying to make. 26 and he shot a CEO. That's the exact point that you're saying. Like,
hold on.
No, I'm saying change your healthcare plan. I'm saying pressure government to take all government contracts.
No, I'm in agreement.
Especially Medicare away from United Health. You can financially collapse that corporation. They'll be forced to sell and have someone else take over.
We should be silently protesting the abilities for these major companies to have such a grip on us. We should loosen their grip, destroy their ability to make anything hurt us.
Okay,
their policies, to their laws, to their rules. And if we can be able to take down United Healthcare, it'll send a message to every other company, whether it's healthcare or not, that the American people have the power to change, and we're sick of what we're living in.
So does that make Luigi Mangione a hero for bringing it to the forefront?
An anti-hero.
We're gonna see if it makes change. He's a hero. If it doesn't make change, the poor guy just sacrificed his life.
Can I just jump in real quick?
I still hold on before you do. I wanted to address what the Occupy said a long time ago about this corporation having to be sold. It's the same thing as just changing the board of directors, if that's the case, right? Like, you don't have to quote unquote sell the whole corporation. Like, what you're having is a transfer of ownership just by liquidating your shares. So this idea that you're just selling the whole corporation, it doesn't make sense, because it's a $495 billion market cap company. Very few men are going to be able to buy this company altogether, and probably not going to be willing to spend liquid cash to try to buy the business altogether. Anyway.
It's not going to be an individual. It's going to be a massive. I would imagine Amazon would try to invest in that because they're trying to get into healthcare. It's going to be a massive group of investors. You have to change middle management. You've raised people with a mindset that have worked there, for over a decade, that the mighty dollar and the bottom line matters, and deny. All those people have to get out. That's why it has to be taken over by someone else, and they're going to look at their claims denial and what risk those people are, and they're going to get rid of a bunch of middle management and bring new people in. It changing the board of directors does not change over time.
The Occupy is this thing. How corporates work is that you have your shareholders. That means you're trying to force them to sell their stock. That's what you're trying to do. You can't do that. And then, secondly, it is the board of directors that
when the stock is dropping and has very little value, somebody else will come in. Let's talk about AIG.
It would have to drop 90%. This is the biggest company. This is the biggest insurance company out there. You're talking about a almost $500 billion company. There's just no way that's going to happen, right? Like,
the biggest effect would be the government taking away their government contracts, and we have to put heavy pressure on that. We would be fools to sit quietly while they allow this company to still be in charge of Medicare. We're total IDIOTS.
Yeah, but you can say that about a lot of social things in history. Like, we would be fools to let this person be in power. We would be fools to let this social action influence law. And it's happened regardless. Like, look at how many people vote during the elections versus how many people vote during the primaries. Who runs our political parties is largely determined by less than 10 million people who vote in primaries, right? Like, this is where you get all your Bernie
Bros. Because we didn't riot in the streets when they passed Citizen United. We should have been, tearing it down at that time.
I mean, yeah, but shoulds are great. But the thing is, and the thing that makes me, disagree with the hero stance about this is, let's say that all of these things that we're lobbying for right now, everything you're saying, Deoccupy, could all of this have happened without that unaliving? I think yes. And so I think the social change, if it really is in the people's hands, as you're saying, then why do you need this martyr or whatever?
I think no, because it would have happened already. I think this is a catalyst.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's a huge catalyst. There is way more immediate change when something like this happens than if you were to go through, for example, the government itself.
I don't think he'll be the last, because this type of thing inspires screw loose sort of people, and it may not necessarily be a healthcare CEO, but I think we're in this eat the rich period now.
Some people were saying it's like Daily Mail, right? And they're interviewing people asking what they think about the CEO being murdered. And someone said, "Oh, when we glorify death, our society starts to decay." I agree with that.
Say unalived.
Sorry. But I agree with that, right? I really do think when we glorify that stuff, our society starts to collapse. When we do public execution and all of that kind of stuff, right? That's not good.
Is everyone aware
one
that
second,
during COVID...
Deoccupy, 1 second. Just let him finish his point.
Sorry.
What I was saying?
You gotta let these guys finish, man.
But I do agree that it decays our society. But the thing is, in our society, we already glorify death. It's just we don't. Not the
Gotta say
class.
unalive.
Yeah, we're already
Higher class glorify death. They want us to die.
Gotta say unalive. Gotta say unalive.
Murder.
You gotta say unalive.
You go, oh my god, this guy's a walking violation.
Oh.
We had the highest unaliving rate worldwide during COVID, because the way our medical system works is, should we get a breathing therapist? No, that takes away from the bottom line. Skip the breathing therapist for this patient. Should we put this patient on ECMO?
Hold on,
No, that's
let someone else
expensive. Let's
start
skip
before
it.
you continue on.
Yeah, sorry, I'm running off to work, so I'm gonna get off. But you know, our health system has an extremely high unaliving rate because it's about profit.
You think that we had high unaliving numbers during COVID
Brian
because
is
of our
probably
medical
responsible
industry?
for hundreds of thousands of people passing instead of getting treatment.
Deoccupy, you think our COVID numbers were that high because of our healthcare system?
100%.
And not because people were convinced, not the anti-science stance of people who thought that the whole thing was a worldwide democratic hoax?
It didn't help.
No, that percentage of people wasn't that high. I mean, our per capita
That percentage of people was the majority because they voted in the majority.
It's based on just a moment. The stats are based on people who went to the hospital to receive treatment because they believed in it. The people taking ivermectin at home that passed away didn't get counted. It was one of the things that was problematic in the statistics. So many people passed at home and did not get counted as part of the morbidity.
Are you saying that
COVID.
the delaying of Project Warp Speed?
The people you're talking about weren't counted.
I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about. You don't think the delaying of Project Warp Speed had an effect on our numbers?
What at Warp Speed?
The Project Warp Speed. You don't think that the delaying of that had an effect on our unalivement count?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to all the marketing silliness that government and corporations come up with.
It was the rolling out of the vaccine, the mRNA vaccine.
Vaccines?
Yeah, yes, Operation Warp Speed or Project Warp Speed.
The rollout of the vaccines?
Yes, the delayment of that.
It was
you don't think
fast as it could have been.
No,
I think,
it was delayed on
insurance
purpose.
Companies haven't taken advantage of us before the coronavirus. I think this has been going on for a very long time.
The vaccines were distributed worldwide, and we got them first, and everyone else got them second. So, I'm saying
that the mentality, the like 2012, 2013, don't take this needle from the government mentality that was surrounded Project Warp Speed. You don't think that led to us having higher numbers?
No.
Because you said it yourself. We got the vaccines first. So if we took them, we would have had the same numbers or lower numbers, right?
If you compare patient protocols in Spain and patient protocols in the U.S., we were letting people pass. I have a friend who's a PAPR nurse. She spent 2 years in her little spacesuit.
I have a friend who's a vaccine denier, so I win.
And no, but I'm saying she spent 2 years as an ICU nurse in COVID units. And she would be the only nurse on overnight. It takes 3 people to run a code. She'd be the only nurse on overnight that if somebody coded, there's literally nothing she could do. She just had to let them go. Like that's how, because
I'm gonna let other people. I disagree hardcore, but I'm gonna let other people have the floor.
Patients. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna go to you guys.
You're good.
Like, I agree with all of the, we have really good back and forth, but it really doesn't, I don't think we're going to solve the United States healthcare issue in this live. Like, I think what the question is did what Luigi and Mangione did change anything or act as a catalyst of change? And does that make him a credible figure?
Showed the working class that
Can I start really quick?
Just as fucked up.
Thanks for letting me comment. I gotta go to work, you guys. Have a great day.
Please do.
All right, thank you for coming up.
Host, can I start?
Bye. Hey, Liquid, go ahead.
All right. Is that Emily? Emily, yeah, I agree. One, I got to get the words out of my head. He's not a hero, okay? Was he a catalyst for something?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
He was absolutely a catalyst. Do I agree with vigilantism? Absolutely not. As a society, we should not glorify that.
Whoa. Guys. There's too many people that are believing that this guy's not a hero. I just want to know what their definition of hero is.
Test of time.
I can show you the definition of hero.
Selflessness?
Hero is a person who is admired or idealized for courage.
Wait, H.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap
That's
up
you.
what I
That's
was
going to be
trying to
useless, though, right? The definition doesn't matter when we're talking about subjective definitions.
Because it's subjective, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'll mute and everybody can talk over me, whatever. The one thing that had me join up really quick was because the last person who dropped down actually came up with a solution. They came in with a solution to the conversation, and not enough people are doing that right now. The thing with other companies changing some of their policies, like within days after the unaliving of that individual, I don't think it was because people saw a hero. I don't think it's because they were fearing for their lives. I think it's because they saw an entire country not give a damn about that dude's life. And they now know that we have zero empathy for you. We have empathy for people we don't know, empathy for so many other people, but you as a CEO mean nothing to us because you've been doing this to us for so many decades. We treat you like garbage, and now you see it. That's why they're getting a little bit scared. But as far as solutions go, let's just remember within the last 4 or 5 years, as a society, we have acted up. We have implemented change to certain companies. I'll use Bud Light as an example. Bud Light made a choice on marketing, and the people said nope. They kept their wallets. So as far as solutions go, let's look at who the worst of the worst is when it comes to healthcare companies, and then convince. We have a moment to do it right now. Convince every one of those clients, hey, we're going to go talk to company B and strike up a deal. We're all going to leave you right now. Let's just use the United Health. Every client should leave United Health right now and go to another company. That'll send a message that, one, that company just went out of business, and two, hey, we better act right, or they're going to leave us too in the same fashion.
Like, it doesn't need to be sold.
Is the solution really just saying no to companies and going to another company, or is the solution changing the healthcare system completely?
Well, I think that's the first step. I think it's the first step.
And he's right. Like Liquid is right. Like once you take action like that, you kind of take this idea that you need law. I mean, you don't need the law if we are boycotting. The boycotting works just as well, if not more effective.
Because you're playing on their grounds now. Their playground is the money. Okay? That's their playground. That's their
I have a question.
So if I decide to play their game and withhold my wallet, they don't have a game board anymore.
Right. I have a question. Do you guys know? I want you guys to guess the country that pays the most for healthcare.
The United States of America.
The United States.
Right.
What number are we? 46.
We're the only developed country that does not have universal healthcare, but we pay the most for healthcare. How does that make sense?
But that's why when Liquid says something like
unhealthy people in the world,
it's a multifaceted answer.
It's super
super
obvious.
There is that, and there's also the inflation of prices. Like we have high medical prices, medical bills. None of those men were unarmed. It doesn't matter what the court decided. None of those men were unarmed.
Hold on.
Self-defense is wild.
They're unarmed.
To say you're
How is that
racist with your whole chest.
Hold on. That was one point. Beat over the head with a skateboard. I would call that.
I am not.
Can I serious?
Holy shit, bro!
I started something.
Unarmed.
That's what I'm saying, Emily. You were on the right side.
I'm not saying
you started something by comparing a teenage racist who took an automatic weapon.
Hold on,
to
wasn't
try
automatic.
to.
It wasn't automatic.
Okay, sorry, it wasn't automatic. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Comparing him to Kyle Rittenhouse.
Well, actually,
not
because
saying
Hold on. Guys. Everybody calm down for a second, okay? Listen.
Yo, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Just want to
Can I finish the point I started? Okay, guys, hold on. Right here, right now. you're gonna go down up. I'm gonna go up down when it comes to these mutings, so that way we could mute them.
Okay, yeah, I'll go from the bottom up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you go bottom up.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I think
I got the left side. I got the left side. You got the right side.
cool.
Okay. Because these people, man, they can't control themselves. All right. So who was the one that was
Can I
talking
finish the point that I started, though?
Yes, Emily.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
I don't think that Kyle Rittenhouse and Luigi Mangione are the same person. I don't think they believe the same ideologies or have the same reasons for what they did. But I'm saying if you want to compare these people to heroes, or if you want to have this discussion about if Luigi Mangione is a hero or not, I think it's a better comparison to compare him to a modern vigilante from, a recent news cycle and compare their reasonings and why we might hate one and praise the other. You see what I'm saying? I'm not praising Kyle Rittenhouse or saying that he's the same as Luigi Mangione.
No, I get what you're saying. It just opens up people to like espouse their political opinions, and that's going to detract from the conversation we're trying to have. Like already people have said yeah.
You have to analyze why you think one person is commendable for their actions and why one person is completely reprehensible.
Yeah,
right?
no, I agree. That's a nice symmetry breaker, actually.
No, it's not a symmetry breaker. It's an analogy.
Wait. Love fixes. What do you think analogies have that you could point out to make them disanalogous? The answer is
that would be a symmetry breaker.
Yeah, it's called a symmetry breaker. You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying. Yeah, no. Right here, I'm just going to explain what I mean before you get upset.
I am
what
upset.
I'm
sorry about that. Sorry.
What I'm saying is that when you're saying, "Hey, this person and that person similar," that is a analogy. When you're saying, hey, this person, that person, not similar, here why, that's a symmetry breaker. So I said it's an analogy just to correct you to say, hey, this is an analogy that she's giving.
No, but analogies can have symmetry breakers and still be like analogous. A symmetry breaker is just going to be...
What? You just...
No.
But they were comparing him to Hitler before and Malcolm X.
Said, hold on one second.
I don't think that's really accurate.
Guys, let's try to figure out what we mean by symmetry breaker and analogy.
Yeah, you just agreed with me right here.
When we talk about symmetry breaker, that's a great. When somebody says that's a great symmetry breaker, what they're really saying is that this person has pointed out a difference between two similar situations.
Yes.
Right, but she didn't point out a difference. She said that they're the same.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying.
You said that's not true.
Wait, love fixes. I'm going to concede. And I want to say that what I meant to say when I said that's a great symmetry breaker is that's a great opportunity for us to find a symmetry breaker. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. I wasn't trying to even like talk shit. I was just like, bro, like
I was so heated, man. Yeah, you're good.
Well, no, it's not. What do you call it? The opposite, bro.
Now I'm going to actually give the symmetry breaker between Kyle Rittenhouse and
go ahead, AR.
And Luigi, right? Kyle Rittenhouse went to a rally that was already going on. They were fighting for injustices, and he was trying to basically antagonize someone who's fighting for injustice. So I wouldn't see Kyle Rittenhouse as a hero.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So what makes what Luigi Mangione did qualify him as a hero compared to Kyle?
I can say that. I can give that, Emily. That's simple.
Yeah.
So what Kyle Rittenhouse, now I actually think that Kyle's a hero, but for different reasons. But we're not going to talk about that. So what we're talking about with Luigi, the reason why he's a hero is because he stood up to power, firstly. Secondly, he stood up to power in the form of unethical power, a power that is profiting off of the unaliving of others, right? And if you believe that it's unethical to profit from unaliving, knowing that your actions, either directly or indirectly, are going to cause the unaliving. I don't care if you produce weapons of war or if you are just unaliving directly. They're both unethical if you're profiting
or implicit,
off of it.
right?
And that, indirect or direct is what I would say. And if you know that your actions are going to result in people being unalived, right? Like, and he did. The denial rates went from something like 8% to 32% over his tenure, right? He knew that this was the case, and he knows that people, when you get 32% denial of claims, are going to have life-saving care at least so much delayed that they're going to result in their passing away. He's smart enough to recognize that is most certainly going to be the outcome, and he's profiting off of it. for the people that are stepping over his body as they enter the shareholders meeting where he was supposed to present. As far as I'm concerned, it's unethical to do that. And then secondly, it's also unethical it's ethical to visit violence upon those who visit violence on others. Right? If I see somebody who is mass unaliving people with a pew-pew and a crowd of people, I don't think that, somebody mass unaliving 10 people that way is any less or more ethical than somebody who's doing it to thousands and profiting over it.
Right. So does that make him?
So
Wait.
if you're somebody,
username checks out.
If somebody steps up and unalives the mass unaliver in a crowded street that's just pew-pewing away, then I would call that person a hero. And I would say that the person that stepped up and does the same thing to the CEO who's mass unaliving thousands, then I would say, yeah, that person's also a hero. Yes.
And I think hundreds and thousands of Americans agree with you. So that's why we're having this discussion. So
wait, do you agree though?
I think in the long run,
Emily,
do you think?
You agree with this, bro? Wait, what? Why are you saying? You just asked earlier. Why is he an American hero?
It's a tough. No, I'm just analyzing it. I'm not saying one thing or the other. It's hard for me to fall on one side of the fence or the other. That's why I joined this live.
It's two questions. Two questions for you. Is it unethical to profit off of the lives of others or the deaths of others?
No, absolutely. No, yes, it is unethical.
Then
I'm saying I don't think what Luigi Mangione did was completely unethical, but in the eyes of the law, I think he will go to jail.
Right, but let's just so did Robin Hood.
Yeah, I don't believe.
Yeah, I know. Does that make him a hero? It doesn't matter though. Does it make him a hero in my eyes?
I think a great point.
You don't think Robin Hood was a hero?
Is so when it comes to a situation like this, where it's insurance profiting off of lives, you don't really see how effective it is. So I'm in a household where I have doctor parents, so I see very firsthand how insurance companies work. And it's more than just profiting off lives. See, here's a great case of a very recent one that I've seen firsthand. There's a kid who comes in with leukemia. He's throwing up profusely. He needs medication to stop throwing up because chemo really messes with you. Everyone knows you go bald. There's plenty of off symptoms, right? And what insurance companies, this exact one, will do is they will say...
Okay, so I don't know what he was saying, but yeah, they basically will put... Wait, why is the moderator muting people?
Yeah, I didn't mean to mute Logan. I meant to mute people who weren't talking. There was an echo.
Yeah. So where I was going with this is these healthcares will really profit off you and they put lives down. Do you see what I mean by they shut down quality of life? So if your same analogy here is, if they push down quality of life and you take them out, does that make you a hero or does that make you someone who turned to violence against violence? And do you see matching violence with violence the right thing to do, or do you think we should match law with issues? So if you're going to say, matching violence with violence is okay, then you would see him as a hero in a method, right? And if you're going to pull the Kyle Rittenhouse, I think that analogy is a bit off. A more accurate analogy would be to go to Snowden and how he outed the CIA and the Big Brother Project.
The NSA, not the CIA.
That would be a better analogy of the two. And in
I would
my
like
opinion,
to clarify, I wasn't trying to say that they were similar. I'm trying to compare two similar situations. I also compared this earlier to Daniel Penny, who was acquitted the day after that this shooting happened. I think it's interesting to look at how the justice system treats what we consider vigilantism and what we consider defense and, these types of things versus public opinion and how he's, Luigi Mangione is remembered in the eye of the public.
Right. And it'll always be seen by the government as a bad thing to put down anyone trying to attempt the same thing. But when it comes to the public eye, there's always a different view, right? A lot of people, I'm going to use this analogy again, see Snowden as someone who helped the American people, but, put the government down. And this is kind of the same situation in the way of, Luigi shot, he killed him to put the American people up, although it's not going to do anything long-term wise with insurance companies. But it was to send a message, right? And so it comes in the same way of, do you see sending a message in a violent matter as an American martyr or a hero, or do you see that as a bad thing?
As an American, you have to actually believe that if you support America, you support the American Revolution, you support Manifest Destiny, the foundation of this country, you have to absolutely believe that violence is an okay answer.
No, you
there's
don't.
There's no way to get around. It's completely contradictory otherwise.
That's an appeal to history fallacy.
What's that?
That's an appeal to history fallacy.
That's a what?
An appeal to history fallacy, because it was once right, or we like the result it produced historically, therefore it's good today, or we should still do it today.
No, I'm saying if you support the Boston Tea Party, which is the infliction of violence in the form of vigilante justice, then you absolutely have the same exact ability to support this here.
Right, but saying that because if you're an American, you must agree violence is an answer.
Well, no,
that's incorrect.
I'm not. Okay, hold on. No, actually, I would agree to say that in an absolutist sense would be incorrect. But I can point out that there is a logical contradiction that you have.
Your username? Hey, wait. Your username and your position to have me geeking. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know if
tough love, baby.
Anyways, I don't know if supporting American Revolution and supporting our the way America has stand for years since the beginning also means standing for manifest destiny. Like, that makes no sense.
I'm saying if you believe, I specifically stated if you believe in the revolution and the conquering of the native populations and manifest destiny and so on and so forth, like the whole basket. If you support the 1950s history version of America, right, which is what a lot of conservatives do, then you have to believe that vigilante justice is justified.
What's
in many
the
cases.
contradiction?
What I'm saying is that it would be a contradiction to not believe that.
Love, I see exactly where you're coming from, although I wouldn't use 1950s America as an ideal, perfect United States.
No, I didn't say the 1950s America. I said the 1950s version of American history.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I get the idea.
Let's put it this way.
I get your idea, but I word it differently.
Let's put it this way. If you believe that George Washington was a hero, that means that you shouldn't. If you're gonna keep your same consistency throughout your logic, you would have to then concede that this guy in this picture is also a hero. That's what we're saying.
There's like a
difference
here. We're speaking of very different timeline with very different motives.
Does morality change over time?
Yes, morality definitely changes.
Okay, so hold on. So it was at some point justified or perceivably justified. Hold on, AR, I agree with you. So I want to, no, Logan, I want to ask you a question. So at some point it could be perceivably justified to own other humans?
Not to me.
See, this is a very interesting question. I like you bring this up because at one point in time it was seen as right, although now we know it's wrong, right? See, that's the same.
Was it wrong? It's not about what we know. I'm asking you a very different question. Not we know now all of a sudden, as if somehow like the technological innovation has made us understand that it's wrong or right to own other people. They knew it back then. There were many people who understood it back then. Even plantation owners who said that, it is kind of wrong. Okay, so my question to you, what's that?
Morals don't change. Tolerances do.
No, morality doesn't change. Morals
exactly.
do. No. No, morals do. That's morality.
Are what changes.
No, morals are just the application of morality.
Look.
Right? So, like, if you think, for example, the morality of it being right or wrong is the same now, yesterday, and will be in the future. Okay? The morals are the personal application that you take. Right? That's what changed. People changed as a society. But if you're going to sit here and tell me, hold on, Logan, I want to go back to what you were saying. So tell me how it is that morality, you're saying, based on what you've stated, that morality changes over time. Then it was at some point perceivably okay to be P3DOs. It was okay to, for child marriage to occur, for human ownership to occur.
Are you a moral objectivist?
Yeah, 100%. I'm a moral realist.
Okay. So do you agree that somebody who's not a moral realist can say that, like, yeah, back then people had the preference to do these things? That doesn't mean that I agree with those things. I think those are still morally bad.
Then we would just have a discussion. Then we'd have to have an argument on realism.
Yeah, which would be like way easier. But if
what I'm saying is,
I think you're going for some gotcha where it's like, if you're a subjectivist, you agree that P3DOs are good, and you don't have to do that.
Bite that bullet. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that he thinks that. What I'm saying is that he had to agree that a society in the past that thought that was right.
No. Not under subject. No, wait. That's just begging the question. That's just begging the question, love, and I'll tell you why.
No, he's right. No, wait.
No, why do you always you're like a fallacy producer that doesn't actually manifest fallacies? Go ahead, Ayar.
Let's actually wait. He's right. Love is right.
No.
Because if you're a moral subjectivist, hold on. If you believe that morality is subjective, that means that there was a time where these things were right because of
AR. I love you, but that is incorrect. No, you're confusing subjective morality.
I'm going to.
You're confusing subjective morality with popular morality.
No. I'm talking about the idea that morality, if it's subjective, is only stance. It stands dependent. There is no actual objective, or at least stance independent.
Okay, look, both of you guys.
Of this morality.
Grant me.
That means if you hold to.
Wait, grant me for 15 seconds.
Finish. Let the host finish. Go ahead, host.
So my point is that if you're a subjectivist, that means that there is no actual real stance for something being moral.
No stance independent reality.
Yeah. So if you guys will both grant me for this little 2-question hypothetical that moral subjectivism is true, right? Just grant me this, and I'll show you how it's not true, right? Let's say moral subjectivism is true, and everybody on Earth thought that owning people was good. Could you disagree?
Just because you disagree doesn't mean that it wasn't subjectively correct in those societies.
No, but it's subjectively. Wait. No. You're begging the question.
I want to respond. No, you got to let me respond. No, I'm not begging the question. Begging the question is when I presuppose the answer in the form of the statement, right? What I'm saying is I'm not doing that. I'm saying, listen, if you're a moral subjectivist, you believe that every single person's individual stance has a value in terms of what their moral stance is, right? That there is no third-party standard. So you can't necessarily say something is wrong in an objective sense. So what I'm saying is, you don't even have to talk about the past. What I'm saying is in a hypothetical scenario where an entire society exists that thrives upon the feasting of I don't know, toddlers, okay, that you would have to say that that is in some way, in that society where every single person agrees that that's okay, and that society that it's an okay thing or morally justified in that society because their perspectives form the basis for what their moral tolerances are.
Okay, look, true or false? True or false? Wait, one second, Renaissance. One second. Love.
He's 100% correct on that because of the fact that you're using it in the subjective manner. If there is an objective way to get to morality, then you have a point, but you don't because you believe.
Just because you disagree with it doesn't mean that because that's your stance.
Give me the space to respond, and I'll prove it.
Let's get back to the question.
Wait, Logan, please, one second.
Wait. I want him to answer. I want right here, right now to answer that because it does it's smart. Oh my God, I want Ismar to come up because he knows about this too. I talk about this all the time in my lives.
Yes.
I talk about God's existence.
Okay, so
philosophy. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, so Love, do you agree that you said you weren't begging the question? Yes or no?
I said I wasn't begging the question. Yes. Which statement? Which statement do you want to refer to? Because I don't know if we're on the same statement.
When you said I'm not begging the question, do you agree that you said that?
I said that earlier.
Okay.
Yes, but
and then do you agree that you agree in your example right there? You said you can't say something's wrong from an objective standpoint.
Yes.
Okay. You understand how that's begging the question?
What I'm saying, no. Okay, look.
Do you understand? Yes or no? And then I have to respond.
No. What I'm saying, because you don't understand, obviously, what I'm meaning by this. Okay, and I want to be very clear here. Okay, if you say that you're an anti-gravity is real believer, if you're a flat earther, okay, you're saying you're a flat earther. What I'm saying is, if you're a flat earther, you can't believe that the Earth is round, and you're saying you're begging the question.
That is.
That is not begging the question.
Look.
That is
wait. You're derailing from my response. Let me respond to the substance of what you said.
Pointing out, so
look. I get it.
You're saying that I'm begging the question.
No, I'm saying that when you say that as a subjectivist, you can't say something's objectively wrong. That's just trivially true, or begging the question, or both. Okay. So
That
when
is objectively
listen,
true.
listen,
That
listen.
is a
Let's say
tautology.
that in this hypothetical world where you said that everybody
That is a
thinks that
tautology. Do you know what a tautology is?
wait. Yeah, I know what a tautology is. Let me speak.
What is a tautology?
It's when something is self-defined or circular in definition. Now let me speak.
No, it's not circular in definition.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
self-defined. It's truth. It's true.
Are things are things that are self-defined circular in definition?
Running
Yes or
away
no?
from the question of hero or not, guys. We're getting stuck in objective, subjective.
Who's the better debate, bro?
Listen.
Wait. Let them iron it out. I want them to iron it out.
Yeah, let me land, bro. Let me land. In this world where everybody thinks that yomping on babies' brains is good, all you're saying when you say that you'd have to say it was good is that if everybody thought it was good, you would have to say that everybody thinks it's good, which is unremarkable. There could be people who disagree, and you yourself brought up people who disagree. So to those people, it would not be good. And that's why you're misunderstanding what subjectivism and moral anti-realism means.
Hold on. No. Hold on. I'm just going to be very clear here. What begging the question is it's assuming the conclusion of an argument.
Yep, like moral objectivism. Yep. I was obviously using it informally, obviously.
Let me just finish.
Just be charitable.
Hold on. No, I'm not. Hold on. No. You're not being in any capacity charitable with me, and now I'm pointing out where you're using this wrong, and you're like, well, let me be charitable. No, I'm not going to be. I'm going to explain to you where you're wrong, and we can get back to topic real quick. So, when you assume the conclusion of the premises,
I didn't give a syllogism.
Premises, what you're saying, I'll give you a syllogism. For example, premise 1, water is wet. Conclusion, thus, therefore, water is wet. What I am saying is not that. What I am saying is premise 1, you are a moral subjectivist. Premise 2, subjectivism means that you don't believe in stance-independent morality. Okay? Right? Then conclusion, you cannot believe in an objective state of morality.
That's just to restate the claim.
What a
no, it's not.
Leap. What a leap.
All right, Love, I understand what you're saying, but that also shuts down.
Can we move on
That's
from
not
like
a
the
leap.
debate core?
That's not even a leap. Wait, that's not. How is that? How we move on to capitalism?
So if we wanted to add, no, I'll even add a third premise just to make it easier. No. Okay.
No, why
objectivity is the opposite of subjectivity.
Yeah.
That's also just trivially true. Listen, wait. Last point. Wait.
What do you think trivially true means?
Last point, and then I'll just concede. Okay, Love.
No last points. It's always a last point.
Okay, then this is the last point. Yo, so Love, you remember when you joined this live and you corrected me and I conceded to your correction?
Yes, buddy.
Okay.
You're doing it again here, man.
Wait, listen. I conceded to being corrected. I am not conceding in this case. So obviously, I think that I'm right.
Just because you're wrong, you're more wrong on this time doesn't mean that like anything like you're right. Like what? That is a fallacy.
Bro.
I'm just trying to track. So, like, right here, are you saying, like, do you agree that, like, if you believe there are objective morals, or I'll say it the other way, if you believe there are subjective, like, that morals are all subjective, that you cannot believe in objective morals? Do you agree with that statement?
Yes,
or no?
because it's just trivially true.
Begging the question.
It's synonymous.
Okay. So then
no, it's not. It is not synonymous.
Wait, right here. If you're saying it's synonymous, then clearly you're missing something.
I'm saying.
I'm talking about like debate core.
Hold on, Emily. No, we gotta solve this.
I'm saying if you are a subjectivist, listen.
Hold on, just to be clear, right here, are you saying objective morality and subjective morality?
No, stop adding to it.
Let's get back to the point here.
Well,
okay?
No, I'm not letting this guy escape. He is missing so much. Go ahead, Ismar.
So right here, are you saying?
Explaining it.
Are you saying if I say that if I say like that action is subjectively immoral, and then I say it's objectively immoral, are you saying I'm saying the same thing?
No, I'm saying that just like if you say you're a subjectivist, you're saying that you're not a utilitarian or an objectivist or a threshold deontologist. Just like in those ways, you're saying that I am this thing. So to say if you are this thing, you're not this other thing is just unremarkable.
Well, hold on. If they're the complete opposites, it's something very substantial that you're saying, actually.
Right. All I'm saying is
like,
that.
For example, if I say,
thank you.
So.
Hold on. Why did he get booted?
He wasn't supposed to leave. No, he didn't get
Why
booted.
did
He didn't get booted. No,
Hold on,
he got a phone call. Something happened with his connection.
I'm gonna let other people talk now.
I don't know what.
Hold on, we'll never know what his question
Can we
was.
stop?
I don't know what
It's
happened.
very simple. Get back to the
Hold on, Emily, be quiet, Emily.
If I say something is
I've
black,
only been quiet for the last 20 minutes while you guys debate lord each other to
Continue.
death. But okay.
yeah. So like, if I say something is black, and then I say it's white, I'm obviously saying something like the complete opposite of the other thing. So like, when you say something is subjectively moral or immoral, the opposite of that would be saying it's objective, that there is something that like exists to
Yes.
that like this is just true because of something.
Yes.
Or not even because of something. This is just true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he agrees. He agrees on that. Like he agrees that it's synonymous to say that something is not subjective or to say that thing is objective.
Oh, then
right? Like,
well, then what's
okay,
it?
He's
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're confused.
That is not.
No, I think you're.
That is not trivially true. That is not trivially true.
It's not trivially true. It's only analytically true. Okay?
Look. Yeah. Analytically true. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Great. No. So now here's the issue that we're having with you. When you say something is if somebody is a subjective, if somebody is a subjectivist person, that means that they believe that there is no standard for morality that could be objectively upheld. So somebody that believes in a society that for example, cannibals, they're going to think that from their perspective, they're doing the right thing, and there's no way that you could impede on that. There's no way you could objectively judge them.
Do you hear when you're saying there's no way you could objectively do this? There's no way you could objectively do that. That's not doing an eternal critique of subjectivism.
No, all I'm doing is pointing out a contradiction in your statement. That's
yeah,
all I'm
yeah,
doing.
bro. What's the
Okay,
P? What's the P and not P?
subjectivism.
What's the P and not P?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. If you're a subjectivist, you can't believe in moral realism. That's the P, not P.
Hey, bro.
Right.
Hey, bro. I'm done with you. Okay.
So,
that was so dumb.
Objectively,
I feel like we wasted a lot of time.
I'm so confused. Right here, if everybody on the planet agrees that vanilla ice cream is the best ice cream, everybody except for you, or let's say everybody, and then tomorrow somebody's born who.
But it's not everybody.
Hold on,
Emily.
You're feeding into a conversation that nobody else wants to have.
Okay, then I don't get it, bro. Wait or drop. I don't get it.
Wait. Yeah, hold on, let Ismar finish.
So, like, if everybody agrees that vanilla ice cream is the best type of ice cream, and then tomorrow somebody is born or somebody comes and they say, actually, chocolate is the best, and they're saying it's like, are you saying that they can say that it's? Can anybody claim that it's objectively true that like a certain ice cream is the best?
No, but I'm a subjectivist.
Exactly. So
exactly.
So then you can't claim something is objectively wrong.
Yeah, but I'm saying that to say that people who have subjective morality can't say something is objectively wrong is just unremarkably true.
Yeah, they can't. Nobody.
I know, because they're
Exactly.
objectivists.
That's why I said it was a tautology.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I said it was a tautology, but you said it was begging the question.
Look, all I'm saying is when you come into a okay.
Right here, no, right here, right now. Just right here, right now. I need you to right here, right now, agree that it wasn't begging the question, and we can move on.
I agree that it was.
Okay, thank you.
Wait.
Thank you. That's it.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, go ahead.
That's all I wanted. You're not a dialetheist. You don't have a paraconsistent logical structure. We're not talking about this anymore. We can move on. That way, Liquid and Emily can stop crying.
Yes, and you can stop begging the question.
Hey, I don't know who you are above me. Please stop. I've had a question for Logan
You've been
forever
talking
now.
for the last 20 minutes.
All right, go ahead, Emily. Go ahead. Emily had something to say. Go ahead, Emily.
What I'm saying is, you can talk about if 100% of people believe this, if 100% of people believe that, you can be a moral superiority, a moral truist, whatever. It doesn't matter because he did what he did, and people are having reactions to this in real time. So hundreds of thousands of people are calling him a hero, are saying they wouldn't report him to the police, and that's not insignificant. But the discussion is he going to be viewed as a hero through history, through the
No, that's not the discussion. It's whether or not you think he's a hero or not.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Now, whether or not the history, I think, that's a completely different discussion, right? Like, it's not history. Will history view him as a hero or not? It's just hero or not.
I think, under my definition, hero is the only historicity is the only thing that matters.
Interesting. I think what it really comes down to is he's more viewed he didn't die, but he's more viewed as a martyr here. Went to an extreme with his beliefs, and that's kind of what a martyr is, resulting in death or not. it is kind of doing the most extreme. So if you had to pick hero or not, I guess the closest thing would be a hero for his group, right? Or a hero for people with the same ideology as him. So either a martyr or a hero. I can't really see the idea of not being either of the two, right? Because
hold on. Just because you hold a subjective viewpoint doesn't mean that he can't be a hero for you. Like, let's say, for example, like you only exist because, I don't know, some person committed some heinous act back in the day, right? Like he's just because you may view him as someone that's not a hero, your existence depends on it. So I would still say that there is a like, regardless of your stance, like you probably should consider that person a hero, even if you don't. You know, for example, like let's say for example, hold on, you've seen that bit where he's like he essays, but he saves more than he essays, right? You've seen that?
Yeah.
No, but this sounds really
wild.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. You just said he essayed. What?
Yeah, but he saves more. I'm saying the comedian was funny, bro. That's not controversial to say.
Okay, comedians are funny. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, no, so the point is that the people that he essays, right, in his example, probably don't look at him as a hero, even if, like, he saved their life right afterwards, right? So, like, I guess it depends on what you mean. How do you define hero, right? I would say that defining hero is somebody that institutes some mass form of justice or, like, stands up to power or sends a message that's
That sounds like
beneficial for
superhero.
society. For example, John Brown. Like, John Brown was looked at in the South as, like, a horrible person, like a traitor, right? But I would say that he was, in the end, he was a hero, right? Like, even nowadays we look at him as a hero, but even at that time, he was a hero.
He was a radical abolitionist.
That's what I'm saying when I'm talking about history.
Kansas, and then he was captured, tried, and executed for his big beliefs on what's called, freeing slaves. So I'd say, yeah, I agree on that point.
When I'm talking about a historical lens, I'm not talking about, how history is going to view it. I'm saying, like, how hindsight will inform our opinions. Like, I think she left, but I think it was US Occupy or some type of username like that said, really the only way we're going to get more information is waiting to watch how this trial will play out. And to me, I think it's more important to look at how this trial will play out versus Daniel Penny's, versus Kyle Rittenhouse's, versus how our justice system views these people and how our public perception of these people differs.
So let me ask
those
if
other two
case, that means you hold.
Sorry, go ahead, bro. My bad.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say those two circumstances you just mentioned were like completely different than the one that like.
I know we went through this. I'm not saying that the same person, but I'm comparing current legal stories that have been in the news cycle. So, like, Daniel Penny was acquitted one day after Luigi Mangione was arrested. So, how does Daniel Penny being acquitted differ from what we're going to see?
Oh, it doesn't. No, there's not a symmetry breaker. I agree. Daniel Penny's also a hero.
So why? That's what I'm saying. Why do we feel this way about Daniel Penny and Kyle Rittenhouse? Maybe we hate Kyle Rittenhouse. Maybe, we...
Yeah. So the question is going to be, like, what property set do they share such that you can call them both heroes?
Vigilantism and, taking matters into your own hands.
Right. So Kyle Rittenhouse didn't have a sort of manifesto where he was trying to equilibrate the injustices or inequalities that exist in society. But this guy in this picture did. This guy was showing that, hey, look, there is some injustice going on, and we need to stop it. And I believe that's what makes somebody a hero.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have absolute moral truism and things like that, but does that matter in the reality of the world that we're living in where, Luigi Mangione is going to go to trial and the public is going to have an opinion on it? Is he going to be publicly vindicated as a hero, or is he going to kind of disappear into the,
Oh, I think he's going to be in history. He's going to be in history.
Spam in the chat.
Didn't you just say that you have to wait to find out of the results of the trial before we can decide that?
But it's fun to speculate.
I get that. I get that point. But when I came up here, because solutions were being thrown around about our healthcare system. Are we completely derailed from that now?
Wait, we're not trying to. No, the topic isn't, hey, what solution should we have to fix our unethical healthcare system? It's, hey, is this person a hero? Are vigilantes heroes when they stand up to power that is unethical? That's really what the question is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think that's the point, right? Like, what do you believe that a hero is a subjective thing or an objective thing? Is that an objective definition, or is there? It's just a subjective thing?
I think it's subjective, 100%.
I'd say
I would say heroes are subjective. That's for sure.
So if that's the case, then
Yeah, because all
that means
definitions
that
are subjective.
If that's the case, then that means in history, Mustache Man, if he were to have actually succeeded in conquering all of the world, because that's what he was going for, if he succeeded in that,
That's not what he was going for. That's a misnomer. But go ahead.
I mean, sure.
Hey, that's so weird, though, right?
I mean,
No,
what
hold on.
about
He was gonna.
Have you ever read Mein Kampf?
No, I didn't read.
Yeah, I don't read books
didn't
by
read his
Nazis,
manifesto.
though.
I didn't read his manifesto, but he was
it's insane.
He was absolutely. No, I mean, he definitely had some problems. I'm not gonna lie. He was an evil dude, but
he was invading. He was invading land left and right. Like, what are we talking?
Hold on,
Are we saying that he wasn't trying to?
Hold on. So, no, that doesn't mean that he was trying to conquer the entire world. That's a huge difference. That's a leap there. No, he was never saying, I want to be owning South Africa and South America.
He said he wanted to conquer Europe.
Love.
So, in the manifesto, and that includes Russia.
How many people do you think died in that Holocaust?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that's a
It could be a lot
reductio.
more. It could be a lot less. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the numbers, and I don't know that.
That's a reductio.
We got a Nazi in the chat.
No, bro. First of all,
wait, to say you don't know how many people were unalive.
Yeah, that's a dog whistle. That's a dog whistle.
That's your subjective opinion, and I don't think anybody really cares.
I'm saying it could be a lot more. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not like it's. First of all, like these estimates, like the British intelligence, every single millions and millions.
Okay, cool. You're cool.
What if he said like 100 million? Would it be like now he's like less?
No. I never made the claim that he was a supporter.
No, I'm saying I'm not a supporter of anything. No, I'm just saying that what he did was like, yeah, definitely evil. Like what he was doing was evil. I don't believe in the idea of there's a lot of people that like try to revision him and whatnot, but I think that's ridiculous. The point is not to say anything about that. It's just to say that like if you do it once or you do it 6 million times, you're evil, right? It doesn't matter. Like if there's 45 million, if Mao Zedong is who we're using, or if Stalin, or if this guy or whomever, they're all evil.
But here's the issue. Okay, so my point was really it doesn't matter whether or not he conquers the world. What I'm saying is like if he was successful in his radical ways to unalive all these people and do an ethnic cleansing, he would be considered a hero if he were to have succeeded. That was literally my point, because if you're saying it's subjective.
No, hold on. Just because people consider him a hero doesn't mean that I have to consider him a hero. Well, the question isn't you're trying to like conflate whether or not his actions become right because people believe he's a hero or not. Like for example,
no.
He still committed moral wrongs.
Yeah. I'm not talking about. Well, if you're talking about a hero, it's subjective, and a hero by definition is someone who is admired for their courageous acts. Just that alone means that if a person is admired for their courageous acts, and he were, if he were,
I wouldn't say it has to be just courageous. I would say just for their act.
Or just for their act, and they're admired is a hero. Then he would have been a hero. Then he would have been a hero in history. If he were to have succeeded in his pursuit, he would have been a hero in history. Then, just by that definition alone.
Yeah, a hero to some people, right? You have to add, like, if we're saying it's subjective, you have to add the to, and then you define the people that you're saying.
But we're
like to the NAZIs, yeah.
Exactly. He would have been to them.
Hero.
No.
Yeah, but surely people aren't up here arguing whether he's going to be a hero to some people and not to other people, right? Like you're making the case for why people should normatively consider him a hero or not, right?
Right. We're just like this is.
I'm not saying
this is an error.
I'm saying in the eyes of the public. I'm not talking about this idea. There's no objective hero in this sense, right? There's no.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
So,
like,
just in the eyes of the public, he would be a hero. That's what
some people consider John Brown a hero, and some people at that time considered him a traitor. I mean, like, what's your point?
That's literally my point. If he succeeded in the eyes of the public, he would be a hero. Like, that's all I'm saying.
I think
hold on. Maybe not necessarily.
I think it's important to like kind of circle back to why so many people feel this way. It's not like, we saw jokes about like how Popeye's employees would have probably helped him do the job. Like, that doesn't come from nowhere. Like, it's a large sentiment, felt by people on the right and the left, and it's I think indicative of something bigger than just calling him a hero or not. Like,
so Emily,
it feels different to me.
So I agree, right, that there is a systemic issue with the healthcare system, right? I totally agree.
Bro, we can't listen to anything you say. You're an Eagles fan. Leave.
However, my take on it is that no, he's not a hero. A lot of people are going to say, well, he's educated and he's smart. I will say that he's educated, and I would also say at the same time that he's not smart. And the reason why I say that is that he had a great education. He went to one of the best universities in the United States, University of Penn, not Penn State, University of Penn.
Can you let Mustafa and Freckles up?
Which, by the way,
yeah. Can you let Mustafa and Freckles up?
Which, by the way, is a Ivy League university. He has he got pretty much every faculty at the University of Penn that would listen to him. How I know that? Because I live in Philadelphia and I know a lot about University of Penn. The University of Penn is a very...
Hold on. You like UPenn and you're an Eagles fan? Ban this man. Ban him. Mod me so I can ban him.
The University of Penn is a very liberal university. Right? So
Bill Burr gave you guys some back shots and it was all well.
If he wanted to lobby on behalf of people who had bad health care, he could have done so. But
what's up, brother?
Took the punk way out.
Yeah.
And he unalived someone. He's not a hero. A hero to me is someone who risked life to save another person's life.
Really too.
But he risked his life.
No, he did not. No, he did not. Because
I think it's getting into
he done it.
Oh, really?
She's like, I can barely hear him.
There you go. But he ran. He shot the man in the back.
So if he just stood there, then he would have been risking his life.
People who are making the shoes.
So I didn't catch that last part. Could you say that again?
Do you think they should be equally made as the two people who are making the shoes? They just like now they're bringing someone on just to hand out the shoes, like to sell the shoes to customers.
Right. So you need someone who's good at distribution, and so the two shoemakers say, "Yeah, let's hire Bob. He knows how to distribute the shoes, and we both agree we're going to pay Bob." Because we're selling enough shoes now that you and I have a surplus, and so we say, look, we want to bring Bob on, and we pay Bob out of our resources, and Bob is doing labor too. But
15 seconds.
We still don't
our resources.
Wait, 15 seconds. 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So, like, would Bob be getting paid the same as makers, or?
Well, Bob will talk about his own labor, right?
Okay, finish up this sentence, and then it's Ismar's turn.
Well, I was going to ask. Okay, I'm worried about how the business starts without an owner. Let's say I start a business by myself, or let's say me and my friend, we start a business. We buy a bunch of equipment. Like I said, we buy $1 million worth of lawn cutting equipment. Do we own our business or no? Twister, do we own our business?
Well, I'm thinking about, like, so you're out cutting lawns.
No, we haven't cut any lawns, bro. We only bought the equipment and we registered as an LLC. It's Ismar's fantastic grass cutting service. Do we own our business or no?
I don't understand what your point is.
Are there owners? You said you can start a business without owners. I'm trying to elucidate the point that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because
somebody has to own the entity that you were referencing.
If like you're cutting lawns, you start with a pair of scissors and then you buy a lawnmower.
No,
right?
I'm telling you, I have 500K. My friend has 500K, and we buy $1 million worth of lawnmowers. That's all we have right now. We buy the best kind of lawnmowers. Let's say we buy 4.
Right. So you own the means of production.
Okay.
Right. So do we own the business or no?
You own the means of production.
Wait, I have a question.
What is the business? Okay, is the business anything but the means of production?
Exactly.
It's the labor, right? The job doesn't get done until there's labor.
Are you saying, Twister, that under capitalism the workers are separated from the means of production?
Wait, what was that? I missed that.
Are you saying that under capitalism the workers are separated from the means of production? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay, that's just going to be trivially true. How's that remarkable, though?
Well, just because we're living on it and it's commonplace, it's worth noting that if you take the means of production from the capitalist class and you, the laborer, own the means of production, or you communally pool it without a capitalist controlling it, then you get what used to be profits comes back to you.
So wait, Ismar, wait 1 second. I think I have him on a reductio here. Are you saying that the problem you have with capitalism right now is that people own companies? And you want okay, so you agree people can own companies?
Well, because they're taking profit.
That's a reductio, right? Right, Ismar?
Okay, so Twister. Let's say the same example. Me and my friend, we buy all this equipment, right? Would you agree that do we own this business or no? Like, you won't even answer the question straightforward.
Well, because you're putting it in capitalist terms. I'm not a capitalist.
So, Smart. Do you mind if I make an adjustment to this situation?
Yeah.
So, like, let's say you have a friend, and you have capital, and your friend does not have capital.
Yeah,
right?
I was about to do the same. Yeah.
And so you invest $1 million to start this company, and your friend doesn't invest anything. But both of you do the work, and after about 5 or 10 years, you start making your company is worth $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, right? Do you think that you should own 100% of it and your friend should own nothing? Since your friend didn't invest any capital, right?
Are you asking me? I would say whatever the agreement was between me and the person who I employed. Like, if the agreement was I'm going to pay you.
I don't think that's a good. Like, if you and your friend started it together, what I think is, like, you should get your investment back, right? You should get paid $1 million.
Well, I don't care what you think. I'm just telling you what I think. You asked me what I think, and now you're telling me what you think. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
No, wait. It was a normative question.
That's fine, but if there's an agreement in place and the agreement says you're going to work for me for this wage and that's it, you can't come crying later when, like, all the success that I've decided on, right? If I own the business, I'm making the decisions. I'm deciding on what contracts we're going to take, this and that. Regardless, if we came to an agreement and you're crying about the agreement you came to later, like, I don't care.
Ismar, there is some confusion there on your part. He's not asking what would you do. He's saying he's asking a normative question. What should be?
Yeah, we should go based off of the agreement that two people had. Two moral agents made an agreement.
Right, but what agreement should you make?
Yeah, exactly. What agreement should be the right one?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying if I make an agreement with my friend that he's going to do a certain amount of work and I'm going to give him money so that he can do this work, and that's it. I'm going to pay him a certain amount per hour, right? Mm-hmm. Then he comes back after and asks for more money. Like, for example...
No, Ismar.
Imagine the opposite.
No,
wait. I said, I promise,
look,
if you do this project for me, I'm going to give you $500K.
Okay.
And then at the end of the project, I'm like, actually, we only profited $800K, so I'm only going to give you like $300K or $400K, half of what we actually profit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but we're not saying something like that. All we're saying is in like contract number 1, you get 10%, I get 90. Contract 2, you get 40, I get 60. Contract 3, I get 100, you get nothing. We're saying one of those things is going to be a more morally correct contract, and we're asking you what you think that is.
I think
if they're all agreed upon by all the parties, they're all equally more like.
I think we're making this a bit too general. It depends on what this other person is doing. If you have this other person come on with your company and they're just doing a small little task and then you blow off, like you pop off in this company, why should they be like?
Yeah, like if the janitor now who's been cleaning the bathroom every day, like they don't deserve anything. If I'm creating like AI systems,
they don't deserve anything.
Wait, what? That's a reductio.
What I agreed to pay them, bro. Stop acting stupid.
Okay, so here's the problem.
If I agree, hold on, Phantom, if I agreed to let the janitor clean my bathroom for $1,000 an hour, do I owe them anything after that? If I make $20,000 an hour, no, they can eat shit. If we agreed to something, you're just saying the agreements that people go into are not good. Okay, that's their problem.
I haven't said anything about agreements, right? So I'm saying, like, my problem is when you have the capital and your friend does not have the capital, you have all the bargaining power. Your friend doesn't have any power to, like,
There's
negotiate.
coercion.
Since if he doesn't agree, he has no means of production. You have the means of production. So if you say, oh, well, we made a contract where I get everything and you get nothing, you can't
okay, so they can just go next door.
He didn't have. No, he can't because he doesn't.
The guy next door has means of production.
He's going to run into the same contract.
Exactly.
Okay, then start your own business.
I don't have the capital.
Then start.
Okay, but he doesn't have the capital to start a business.
You don't need capital to start every business. You have to figure. Yeah, sorry, buddy. You have to figure out how to make yourself some money.
And that's capitalism.
Yeah, exactly. That's just going to be.
Hold on. That's
your
life,
exploitation of your friend.
That's life. If you don't have food, you got to go fucking find food. If you don't have water, you got to go find water. Your issue isn't with capitalism; it's with fucking life.
No, wait, but Ismar, they're saying something. If you don't have food and you're standing next to somebody who has a feast already prepared.
That's life.
Wait, Ismar, calm down.
Okay, let him finish this.
Yeah. So we're saying something like, if you don't have food, that's life, and you're standing next to somebody who has a feast prepared, but they've already used their coercion, right, to get you to agree to something where you don't get to eat their food. You're saying that.
Wait, okay, you're saying they coerced you. Okay, if they coerced you, I agree.
Yeah, but any amount of money over somebody who has no money is going to be coercion.
You can't just throw in coercion.
Look.
I agree. If you're saying the contract was done under coercion,
yes.
I agree.
Okay, then let me ask another simple question. Wait, 1 second.
To a salary is not coercion.
I in a sense, at a base level, maybe it wasn't baked in. Wait, Ismar, let me just ask you one follow-up question.
I gave them the requirement that they have to eat.
One follow-up.
And then now I'm saying, if you want to eat, you got to do this. No, they had to eat with or without me. That's the part of life that I'm talking about.
Okay,
this is based off of life.
So you would agree that if you, who has a great idea that would renovate the industry, go up to your friend who has $1 million and a grudge against you for like sleeping with this girl or something, and you say like, I have this revolutionary idea, if only we could enter some agreement. You agree that there's some amount of coercion there just because of the capital difference?
No, I think we're using the word coercion differently. I think there's no coercion there.
Okay, well that's just ridiculous to me, but maybe Phantom disagrees.
So just by me
that is
money,
coercive.
Hold on, just by me having money and offering to hire somebody, I'm coercing them?
Yeah, but in the same way, look, Ismar, stay with me here. This is going to be a wacky example. In the same way that like
we should define coercion. Let me
Okay, yeah. Do you think that like an 18-year-old and a 54-year-old should be able to like enter a relationship or something?
Look, the definition of coercion.
I don't care about the definition.
Okay, so what do you mean by the word coercion?
Yeah, I mean some sort of power imbalance that leads somebody to act in a way they wouldn't if there were no power imbalance.
So anything can be coerced.
Okay.
As long as somebody has power over somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coercion.
That's what coercion is.
No, it's not. The purpose of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats. If you agree to this...
What kind of force? Like leverage?
What?
Like I have $1 billion and you need $5. Agree to get me a Coke every day for a week and I'll give you $5.
How is that me forcing you? The fact that you have no money is not...
Holy shit!
Starve violence. Is letting somebody starve violence.
Like I said, if it was me who implemented the fact that you have to eat, like if you didn't have to eat food ever before, and now I'm forcing you to eat, and then persuading you to do something because I forced you to eat.
So here's the problem with that though: is the power dynamics in society is what's causing you to have to work for this person in order to eat.
Yeah, and I'm saying these power dynamics exist in life. It's not because of our society.
Right. No, it's not life, right? Power dynamics don't exist in life. It's society, right?
No, it's life. Phantom, if there was no society, hold on, Phantom, if there was no society and I had all this food, and you and your family were starving, it's still the same scenario.
That's society.
Without society. No, it's not. Society is an agreement among people.
Right.
Just because I live here and you live next door doesn't mean we've agreed to coordinate with each other.
So Ismar here is embodying the exact sociopathic energy of the
Cry
capitalist.
about it. Cry about it.
Yeah, don't do this. Right? We disagree.
It,
we can walk him. We can walk him.
I don't mind if you talk shit about it. I literally don't care. But you can cry about it.
I'll try to give a more nuanced take to what I think. I'm with Ismar a bit, but for me, like, if we go back to this company, you have this other person with you. If they can, like, convince me that the work they are putting in, they deserve more, then I would give them more. But that's if they convince me that their work and their value to the company is worth that.
Bro, Neutron, the example that I gave that initiated this, everybody is paid exactly as they'd like to be paid, and they still said people shouldn't be rich.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Twister was just brain dead on the hypothetical.
Twister, people disagree with you other stuff now.
Yeah. I just think it's weird that if I have like 7 yo-yos and you want a yo-yo and I say like go get me a Coke and I'll give you a yo-yo, you think that in no sense of the word coercion, no coercion's happening there.
No, that's not coercion, bro.
Then like I agree it's not very like forcible or extensive coercion.
Am I doing here?
Well, I'd actually agree with Ismar here. I don't think that's coercion. Just because a yo-yo isn't required for like surviving, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah,
not
true.
getting harmed by not having a yo-yo.
Required by surviving are what life gives you. I didn't implement this requirement on you.
Yeah, but you also say life gives you nothing.
So how am I responsible?
Ismar, it's not that. Hang on. So, if I could clarify, it's not that you implemented this requirement to survive. It's that you're abusing your power over the means through which, like, I need that to survive, right? So, like, if you have all the food and you're requiring people to do things for you in order to get food,
so you think
that's
people
coercion.
Just have obligations? So people just have obligations to other people and their needs.
Yeah, like Medicare CEOs or something.
Yeah, kind of socially, yeah. Because you require society in order to get resources, so you kind of owe it to society to give those resources back to those who need it. Yeah.
But because of the society. So in an example where there was no society, I wouldn't have this obligation.
We live in a
Can you
society.
name a single example where somebody's gotten rich without a society?
Sorry?
It's not possible. You cannot become rich without a society.
No, we're not talking about being
rich.
You require society. We're talking about coercion. Stop moving the goalposts, bro. What?
Hang on. Coercion? Yeah, I'm talking about coercion as in the wealthy using their wealth to coerce people.
We're not talking about of getting rich being tied to society. We're talking about the coercion being tied to society.
Yeah, but if all you're saying is if there exists nobody to coerce, then I can't coerce somebody, that's just trivially true.
I'm not saying that.
What are you saying then?
I'm saying it's not coercion.
Oh,
and
okay.
Ismar is correct. Just because somebody needs something from me, and I'm saying, okay, here, you can do this, and then you can get that, or they intuit that you can get that because they do something for me, that's not coercion.
No, that in itself isn't coercion, I agree, but there's an element of like the power scale, right?
Yeah, okay, so if Amazon hires me, are they coercing me?
Yeah, if you need, let me finish that. 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 Let me finish that.
Let him finish.
If it's the case that you need money to live and you need food to live, right? And this person doesn't pay you a livable wage, but they do pay you enough to like slowly let you sink in debt. Hey, wait, chill out.
It's still coercion.
Wait, chill out. There is going to be a power dynamic there because if you were to unalive, they would replace you in an instant.
The power dynamic exists whether they pay me enough or not.
I agree.
Okay, so let's say there's one guy in town. He runs the only business in town.
Uh-huh.
Everybody has to work for him
Yeah.
if they want to survive.
Yeah.
Or actually, this is actually a bad example. Well, actually,
I know. You know why it's a bad example?
Sure. This is an example to elucidate the point that how much they pay me doesn't impact whether it's coercion, right? Everybody needs a job from this guy to survive. You're saying that he is necessarily coercing everybody.
No,
Okay,
I'm saying that there.
Literally just described a company town.
Hold on. Just to be clear, that company is coercing everybody.
Not necessarily, but there does exist. Wait, Ismar, please, you gotta let me finish.
I'm not asking. You said not necessarily. I'm just asking.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to redirect it. Go engage with what he's saying.
Yeah. So wait, I'm saying not necessarily, but would you agree that person does have power over the people in that town.
Yeah.
And if let's say their personality was such that they wanted to manipulate them. Wait. Let me finish. Wait. Sorry. You can go after me.
Right. Hold on. I'm finishing my like.
Okay, go.
I just said yes, and then you started talking. Hold on.
Go.
Yes, but they can still leave, right? Like they have the
Sure.
they have the potential. Hold on. They have the potential to have this power, but people could just leave. I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. Let's say people do leave, okay? And let's say some people stay. Do the people that stay, if this guy had a personality such that he wanted to, I don't know, make people like sleep with him or like pay people like barely enough when he pays people that he likes a different wage, would you agree that that power imbalance would translate into some kind of coercion or could?
No, not necessarily.
I'm not saying necessarily.
Hold on, yes. Okay, so if your only argument is that it could,
yes,
no shit, power positions could lead to coercion.
Okay. In the example with the lawnmower.
Hold on, that's not what people have been arguing. People have been arguing that it is coercion.
No.
Phantom just said that person is necessarily coercing everybody in that town.
Well, I think to a degree that's true. I just when I say necessary, I mean it in like a philosophy.
They're not forcing anything.
I'm saying it in like a philosophically loaded way where it means like true in all possible worlds.
Anything. How is it coercion?
Look, because I'm saying just like you said, like it could lead to coercion. In the example where it's just you and your 4 lawnmowers. Okay,
so if it could lead to it means it's not necessarily it now.
Look. When I say necessarily, do you use it in like the philosophically loaded way that I do, which means true in all possible worlds?
Yes.
Okay, so do you agree? Do you see why I would be hesitant to admit to some...
Yes, because it's not necessarily... Yes, because it's
okay.
not.
Hang on, so Ismar, let him finish. He's saying that, like, it's not necessarily coercive, but it can be coercive.
And even more than that, I'm saying more often than not, it's coercive.
Guys, this is so dumb. You guys are now moving the goalposts.
No.
Of course, everybody...
Hold on, you're not engaging with what right here is trying to say.
I'll clarify in case it wasn't clear. Yes. To coerce somebody, generally, you have to be in a position of power. When you are in a position of power, the potential for coercion exists. The whole point from this whole conversation was that you guys were saying, and Phantom just said, that person, if you own a business and you have employees, they have been necessarily coerced.
No, you have power over them.
No, that's not what I said. I said if you're the only business in town... Hang on, I said if you're the only business in town, right, and you're the only person employing and everyone has to come work for you, that's coercive.
Yeah. Okay, what if there's 2? There's 2 businesses. Is it coercive?
I don't know, actually. I'd have to see the example. It's possible that it's not coercive, but...
Okay, one person produces
it depends
water,
how the businesses are run.
Food. I'm giving you an easy example where it's required.
Right, no, you're simplifying it too much, though. Like, it depends how the businesses are run. So if, like, one of them is a social... Like,
well, I'm saying,
if you have a workers' cooperative...
I'm asking if it's necessarily...
Here, let me clarify my position, right?
necessarily coercive.
Hang on. Ismar, if I could... So if you have a single business...
If you're saying there's possibilities that it wouldn't be coercion,
hang on.
Then the answer is no.
If you have... Right, I'm responding. So if you have a single business...
Please help me out here, bro, because I know you're tracking.
Yes.
I'm asking if it's necessarily...
If you stop interrupting me, I'll be able to respond.
And now he's telling me that it depends on something, so it's not necessarily true.
Yo, right, Phantom, you're gonna get a full minute. You're gonna get a full minute. Wait, Ismar, quiet. Phantom, you're gonna get 1 minute uninterrupted to speak after you answer the necessary question.
No, okay. So all I wanted to say. So if you have a single business,
answer the necessary question like he asked.
Okay, ask your question.
Okay. Is it my only contention is if anybody is saying that it's necessarily true that it's coercion. If you're not saying it's necessarily hold on, and you're saying it depends on something else, no problem. I have no disagreement.
Right. Okay, I'd agree with that.
Okay, so like I said, from the beginning we had no disagreement.
Well, no, but we think that it leads to a high likelihood.
Okay. Right. Hang on. So if you have a business, right, that's socially owned, like the workers own the means of production, I wouldn't call that coercive. If you have a single person owning a business, making all the decisions, earning all the money off of that business, and everyone in town works for them, or for 2 people like that, that is a coercive system.
Phantom, the examples I've been giving from the beginning were examples where everybody is happy, everything is working, and people still said it's coercive. So the whole start of this conversation was an example where, and maybe you weren't here for it, to be honest.
But I was right, Ismar, and I agreed with you.
Right. The example was a company like Amazon. I'll just give the first example, maybe, Phantom, and we'll just start from there. A company like Amazon provides amazing and again, I'm not saying Amazon creates amazing products. I'm saying this company creates amazing products. You get everything.
I heard this example.
Everything. Okay. So do you agree that, okay, first let's start. Is that coercive on the part of Jeff Bezos?
No.
Everybody's happy. Everybody has the products they want. The consumers are happy. The employees are happy. Is that coercive?
No, I wouldn't call that coercion.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know why, right, Ismar? Well, you know why, right? Because it's just stipulated in the hypothetical that it's not coercive. That's not interesting.
Okay, so,
I agree. I agree. Earlier, Twister wasn't tracking in the slightest, right?
Hold on. Just to be
but you
clear,
are
the definition that generally is accepted, and the only reason I say generally accepted is because it's defined in the dictionary, is by force or threat. So that's why I said, if you introduce the coercion part, I'm saying if somebody is not coerced, there's nothing wrong with
then they aren't
somebody making
coerced.
a ton of money.
Yeah, but you see why that's not interesting?
Like signing up for a job and saying I'm agreeing to do this because I need to eat and drink water, that's not coercion.
Let me so I feel like defining coercion better would be like compelling someone to do something they wouldn't do otherwise. That's more what people mean by coercion.
Right, but the otherwise can't be because I have to eat and drink. Then every employer is coercing.
It can if the employer has the resources.
Yeah,
and the people don't have the resources. Yeah.
Sure, if they're the only source of those resources, I agree.
Hey,
So, like,
speaking
say,
of,
like,
wait.
this would be like coercion.
I have a good example.
That's by force.
Like this would be coercion. Like say like we had like one person have this business that everyone has to work at, and they said if you want to make money, you also have to sleep with me. That would be coercion because most people are not going to want to do that. That
Right.
would be coercion.
Or Ismar, in the case where there's like what is it called? Like a sugar like a money relationship, right? Do you think that if somebody has like $1 million and somebody else doesn't have a job, do you think that in their relationship they have equal power?
No, but I don't think power means coercion.
Okay, do you think you have to have power to coerce?
Yeah, to an extent, yeah.
Okay, so then would you say that a relationship has equal power?
Hold on, just to be clear, like this is a clear like logical error if you're trying to say this is going to prove anything. Yes, they have power. They have more power.
Who has more power?
Whoever has whatever you said gives them more power. I forgot already.
Yeah, but do you see it? Like, okay.
Just to be clear, you gave a scenario where you said to have the ability to coerce somebody, you must have power. Therefore, if you have power, you're coercing them. That obviously doesn't follow.
Oh no, I'm saying I'm saying that if you agree that they don't have an equal balance of power, then you agree that the likelihood of one of them coercing the other is less.
That changes the likelihood. I don't think that changes the likelihood of. I would just say one person cannot.
Yo.
Actually, you can still coerce somebody.
Yo.
Hold on. I'm explaining what I'm saying. In the context of that thing that you're saying that person has power on. Yes, the person who doesn't have power on that topic cannot coerce the other person.
Okay.
The other person is the only one that has the possibility to coerce them. But by virtue of having the power itself, it doesn't raise the likelihood of that person coercing the other person.
Well, it does, right? It raises it from 0 to non-zero.
So, okay, yeah.
Okay. So, I'll just take that easy W right there at the end, and then I'm just kidding.
Hold on. No, it doesn't prove it. Hold on, that doesn't prove any of your point.
He was just kidding.
I was kidding.
Yeah, no,
Wait, I really want to hear Aiden and Phantom go back and forth on this.
Why me? What's up?
Just because you're the easiest dub in here. Like you came in, got an immediate win, and then
y'all keep going. Like I couldn't even give my input if I wanted to, bro.
Wait, Hierophant, you were chiming in on Ismar's defense, right?
Yeah, cause well, you kind of brought up like that sugar daddy claim, and it's like, well, that is kind of like an even power thing, cause it's like your boy's paying Shorty, but Shorty ain't gotta give him like nothing. You know what I mean? Like
I'm saying in the cases where there are wives who are waiting for their husbands to unalive so that they can get the will money. In those cases, I don't think that there is an equal power balance in the relationship. Would you agree, Aiden?
I mean, well, if she's waiting for bro to die, then
unalive.
Like
also the TikTok shop's great.
Yeah. If she waiting for bro to unalive, then then like yeah, kind of, because I'm assuming like what she would have to be younger and like and this dude is like old. Yeah, so then yeah, it would be even, because I'm assuming like there's like if you're in that position of the old person, a lot of old people are not thinking like, oh, this person really loves me for who I am. Like you're probably
Right,
taking
and
it to
but
just,
because of that, they could write their spouse out of the will, right, and they could not get any money. Do you agree that that's a power imbalance?
Not exactly. A lot of states have like marital law where it's like if you're together, boyfriend girlfriend for long enough, then it's like you're married.
Boyfriend girlfriend is weird in this context, but yeah, I get it.
Honestly, the sugar daddy example might not be good, because if both sides in that scenario could have more power. Because if you have an incompetent sugar daddy who is paying the money just because he wants to, sleep with her, she can have that power over him. But if you have someone like
but that's because you're.
Have to manipulate these people.
That's because you're a man and you don't understand what like bottom power is and like fake power. That's fine. You'll grow up one day.
What?
I'm just kidding, bro. Don't take everything so seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Phantom. I think tensions have calmed down a little bit. You can rail Ismar again if you want.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Wait, just to be clear, I talk fast, I talk loud, I cut people off. I'm not upset. Like, just
I think we reached a genuine understanding at the end.
Oh no worries, man.
It's just from my point of view, like why would I make such a strong claim, like always this or never this or necessarily this? Like why would I? So when other people like have that automatic assumption, it's hard for me to catch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean maybe I jumped to that too early, to be honest, but like I don't know, it just seemed like people were saying that like if somebody makes a lot of money, and maybe you guys just like, it seemed like somebody was saying if you make a lot of money,
therefore
it's instantly coercion.
Yeah, no.
I think here's what I would say is if you're earning a lot of money, and so with a lot of money we're talking about like billions of dollars here. I don't think it's possible to get that amount of money without some sort of coercion or exploitation.
I would agree.
I agree. I think so too.
But I don't understand that. If I gave an example, if everybody's happy, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, but the reason that doesn't work is because if you stipulate that everybody likes red Starburst and then you say, what's the problem with red Starburst in this scenario? Of course, there's not going to be a problem.
Wait, no, but Phantom, I mean, sorry, right. He just said it's not possible that somebody would gain this much money. He's saying if they do this, it's necessarily because of coercion.
Okay, but maybe he's not. Maybe when he says possible, he's not like saying like logical possibility. Maybe he's using like nomological possibility or something like that.
I don't even know what that means.
Like the laws of the natural world make it such that.
Let's move away from let's move away from coercion. It's definitely exploitative.
Yeah, exploitation. Do you agree with that, Ismar?
What?
Everything we said before.
Example, it would be exploitation.
Well, I guess what do you define as exploitation?
Coercion.
Extracting excess profit from the labor of others.
Well, what's considered excess?
Anything more than what their labor produces.
How do you calculate what their labor produces?
I can answer that. Ismar.
Okay, perfect.
Ismar, I would like to ask you a question before I answer this, okay? Okay, let's say that supply and demand are at an equilibrium, right? What explains why a loaf of bread is one price rather than another?
Wait, so if the supply and demand are equal.
Equilibrium state, right? What explains why the cost of any good is one price rather than another price?
I don't know.
Right. But you know why you don't know that?
Cost of production.
Now just be the supply and demand. Like it's that
No. Supply and demand are phased out. The reason that you don't know why, and the reason why I'm about to answer this question, is because capitalism doesn't do a good job at explaining why things cost the way they do. Right? They just kind of like say supply and demand makes stuff go up and down. Right? But there's going to be a center point to where if supply and demand are in equilibrium, the price of bread is going to be a certain price. And there's not really a lot of explanatory power to explain why it's one price rather than like $1 or $5 or $20 or 10 cents, right? And what other systems try to capture.
All you're saying is just because it's a movement from like the preceding moment. Like, yeah, because yesterday it was this price. You're just saying like, why did the first person who priced it?
Yeah, exactly.
It that way?
Wait, no. If it's
okay, but it's still based off supply and demand. It's just
No.
based
Wait.
off that first unit.
Wait. Just like in the hypothetical, if supply and demand are at equilibrium, right?
Yeah, that's how you get to that price exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
but wait. I promise I know what I'm saying, and you guys are misunderstanding something. If supply and demand are at equilibrium, the price that it bottoms out at, there's nothing under capitalism that explains why it bottoms out there.
Oh, I just told you what explains it. The first price that they set.
Okay, in the 1800s, bro? What do you mean?
Yes, hold on. Yes, yes, bro. This is very simple. Like, for example, if I put if I say I'm coming out with these new basketball shoes, everyone's like, okay, cool, right? I show a picture of the basketball shoes. Instantly, there's a demand for it, right?
Yeah.
It's depending on people fucking want it or not.
Yeah.
Right? If I change the price of it, I say it's going to be $10 million. The demand instantly changes.
Okay.
Because of the price. So whatever that initial price I set was, that's the reason.
Yeah, but
what sets
you're
the initial
misunderstanding,
price.
right?
And then, hold on, and then from there,
No.
the supply and the demand navigate where the price changes from.
I'm saying you just said that supply and demand make the price. I'm saying without supply and demand, what explains the price?
No, I'm saying I make the price.
Yeah, but you initially used that price based off supply and demand, so just get that out of your mind.
No, not necessarily.
Okay, I agree, not necessarily, but we're talking about in the 1800s. What were they using?
I would say the price.
Okay, so listen. Let me land the plane. So, what other like socioeconomical systems try to do is they try to capture what explains the value of goods at an equilibrium state as one price rather than another. And what like socialism does or Marxism does, they use something called the labor theory of value, and that's going to say that what determines the price of bread, if supply and demand are at equilibrium, is the amount of unskilled labor hours it takes into the means of production of that product.
You're going to have to say that again, bro.
Okay. What explains under different socioeconomic theories why the cost of bread is one price rather than another is the amount of unskilled labor hours it takes in that is involved in the means of production of that product.
Why just unskilled labor hours?
Because obviously we value stuff like being able to make computer chips that overall make machines that can make 10 loaves of bread at a time rather than one loaf of bread. It's just the unit of measurement they use to capture that value. Right, Phantom. Do you agree? Did I say anything wrong there?
I'm not super well versed on labor theory of value, but it sounds like.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not tracking. If you want to try again.
So look, you're gonna say I'll pay you $1 for this bread, okay? Right. And if bread is scarce, you're gonna be able to pay $5 for bread. But if everybody's pumping out bread, maybe it's 50 cents, right? Let's say that supply and demand are just equal. And it's 75% per loaf of bread. What explains, if we can't point to supply chain and infrastructure problems, what explains?
Just claiming that the price would be different than the supply and demand.
No, I'm saying that different price. What explains why it's 75 cents rather than 80?
I would just say the demand for it.
But you can't say that because they're at equilibrium.
Wait, hold on. Clearly not. If the price is higher.
So look. Yeah, look, I understand.
You're just claiming it's not because of the demand. But how do I know?
I'm stipulating it. It's just a thought experiment. I don't
think that's possible. Okay, so explain to me how that's possible.
Yeah, but the reason that it's possible is because supply and demand weren't ideas that were around forever. They're phenomena that capitalism tries to explain with language.
Okay, again, but tell me how it's. Give me an example or give me a way to understand without just saying capitalism.
Hang on,
just did it.
Also, wouldn't the phenomena still exist in the past, even if we didn't have the means to explain? So, like, supply and demand would still exist. Like, I'm not trying to argue against you here.
No,
but
I get what you're saying. That's a valid point. People would still want things, and people would still want to produce things, right? I'm saying whatever phenomena we're trying to capture there that happens in the real world, mind independently, right? Whatever we're trying to capture there, when we say the word supply and demand, let's just say that there were equal players on both sides of the field.
Right, and I'm saying I have no reason to believe that the price would go up.
I'm saying it wouldn't either. I'm saying
okay. So if it's based off of supply and demand, like I'm saying, if you say there's two pieces of bread A and bread B. Bread A is worth $1, and then bread B is worth $5.
No, you're misunderstanding.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So there are no minds. There's only this loaf of bread, right? if you grant me that there exists this loaf of bread, and you grant me that somehow supply and demand are equal, this bread is going to have settled on a price. Let's say it's 75 cents.
Like, bro, like, if you're gonna say there's no mines, but there's bread,
I don't care. Just give me what I need to get this through to you, okay?
Okay, then I have no reason to. You're saying, why was this price set?
I'm saying what explains why it's at 75 cents rather than 80 cents or 65 cents.
And you're removing the option for me to say somebody set the price at 75 cents.
Yeah, because that's factored in.
Okay, so then I have no idea why
Right.
the price is 75 cents, and neither do you.
No, I do.
Why?
Because the amount of unskilled labor hours that went into the means.
Labor, there's no mines.
Hang on.
Hey, bro.
I also disagree with this. Where like
There's
even
no
though,
unskilled
like,
labor. How can there be unskilled labor
Just-
if there's no mines?
Yeah, if you want to be just like
back
super, just to be charitable about it.
You're mismatching.
Hang on. So they didn't use the labor theory of value to like calculate prices in the past.
I understand that as well. I'm just saying that capitalism is like a super popular socioeconomic system.
You're removing the option for me to say that the person who created it set the price, and then you're also taking away the option for me to say that it's based off of the demand of people. Like,
yeah, and what I'm trying what I'm trying to illuminate there is that capitalism doesn't have a good answer for that problem, and the fact that wait,
I'm saying the answer is the demand increased.
There's no demand increase. It's at equilibrium. It's stipulated. How's that not landing?
No, bro, I understand you're saying it's landing, but then you're also incorporating this unskilled labor when none of these people are supposed to exist.
No. Wait, Ismar. There's an easy explanation for that. Look, it's not my fault.
Listen.
Wait.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro, please. You're taking your hypothetical, and then you're taking things you stipulated and changing them on your side, but then you don't let me change the stipulations on my side.
Okay, and the reason I'm doing that is because I tried 4 different ways to explain it until I eventually got to this hypothetical.
Yes,
wait, stop. I let you finish. Wait, stop. I let you finish. So, it took me 4 different hypotheticals to get to this, their weird no minds thing that I tried to do it. That's just me trying to explain it to you in different ways for you to be like, to hold me to the logics that we've been using in all 4 of those.
Your question though, bro.
Huh?
Before the no minds thing, I said whoever set the price at the beginning, that's who set the price.
I'm not asking who set the price. I'm saying why does the market value it at one price rather than another when supply and demand are at equilibrium?
Okay, when you apply value, okay, I'm not even gonna go back to the fucking no minds thing. Because people demand it differently.
If there's no minds, who made the bread, bro? People are confused about this.
Bro, you can't say there's no minds and then say there's value.
I know I can't. It was a hypothetical.
So
you can't say you're gonna go outside your hypothetical and I can't.
No, I'm saying that.
For the same reason, you're saying there's no minds. Then you're applying something that is specifically tied to our minds. And then you're saying, no, I can add this. And then I go in and I say something about something with minds. And you're like, no, I stipulated there's no minds.
No, do you understand that it's just me trying to... Wait, I have a big brain idea in my head, and I'm using weird mouth sounds to communicate it to you. And it's not working. So I'm just trying different ways of doing that.
We're referencing minds, and you're saying this value has to come from somebody's mind.
You win, bro. You win. Somebody else can talk.
Let's move on to the prompt. So is this guy a hero or not? I just want to hear what everyone thinks. Just like go around hero or zero.
Hero, bro.
So it's
I would say, just in general, I'd say no. I don't think he's a hero. I mean, I think he may be justified.
Okay, we'll get the full. Yeah. Gotcha. So I think he's a. I'd say he's a hero. I don't know if I think that he's I don't know. I just don't really have a lot of sympathy for CEOs. But go ahead, Twister.
I said it before, I'll say it again. It's not about the man, it's about the message that he's delivered to us. And he's tapped into a lot of anger and frustration and sense of helplessness we all have in this system. And it's not about deifying him or demonizing him.
Well, thank you. Neutron, what's up?
I don't think he's a hero. My opinion, nothing's probably going to change from this. No action is going to occur. Maybe some small stuff, but I don't know. There's no real heroic things that happen, but I don't, like you said, I also don't have sympathy for the CEO either, but it is what it is, so.
Cool, thank you. Lacrati.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal could have handled this way better.
Okay, Aiden.
That man a hero, bro. A hero, bro.
W.
Elmer.
I don't know. I will say I haven't noticed any other CEOs being taken out lately, so I don't really think any
yet. Okay, so right here.
Yeah, I don't think this guy is a hero. Though I do think I am appreciative of the effect that might happen on society's conscious because of this. But my definition of hero largely relies on historicity. So if he's remembered as a hero later on, okay, so be it. But I think right now he's just like a catalyst.
Okay, cool. All right, let's discuss.
Yeah, Aiden, why are you so wrong?
What's up?
Yeah, you said this guy's a hero.
He is.
Yeah, so what about this guy? What like the three biggest reasons why he's a hero? What are those reasons?
Well, so he killed the CEO, right?
Unalived, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my fault. He unalived the CEO, and that CEO, like indirectly unalived like many of his like those like claims that he like didn't do for people,
Yeah.
you know, like give them the money that they needed.
Mhm.
And another one is, so like that whole thing is like what's it called? Corrupt. So all that is corrupt.
Mhm.
And like he had to, you know, like you don't be a CEO of that and like not know like what you got going on.
There's no ethical way to become a CEO. Is that what you're saying?
Good areas in this.
Nah. I mean, like to rising the top of being a CEO. I mean, I don't think so nowadays. But I mean, from making your own business and like and that kind of thing. Like, yeah, I think that you can do it ethical. Like if you working at a barbecue place.
So basically, you think this guy's a hero for no reason? I'm just kidding.
What you mean?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He killed a guy. I mean, he unalived the guy who had it coming. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question. Kitty Pants, go ahead.
Who is this person?
Kitty Pants has a question. Who?
It's Dave Franco.
What?
It's Dave Franco. It's one of his headshots in the actor way, not the sniper way.
What?
Yeah, that man had it coming.
Yeah.
Okay, who did he unalive?
The CEO.
Of what?
No, just the CEO.
CEO of what?
Do you know the Green Goblin?
Yes,
Doesn't he kind of look like him?
he does.
Yeah. It was the CEO of United Healthcare.
Okay, so someone unalived the CEO of United Healthcare.
Uh-huh. Hero or not?
That's the guy.
That's the guy. And it wasn't Dave Franco.
What's the reason?
That's Jake Gyllenhaal.
'Cause he wanted to.
That's not the reason. Yeah, there was more.
Yo, Aiden is a CEO pure simp, bro.
What's the... Okay, I have no freaking stake in this fucking game. Sorry.
It's okay. The reason is that his back hurt and his grandparents' back hurt, and he thought the CEO was an evil person. And who, when he took over the CEO position, denial claims were at 8%, and over the next couple years, they went up to 36% denial of insurance claims, leading to the inevitable unaliving of more than a few hundred people.
So, what are you saying?
What do you mean, what am I saying? You want me to repeat it?
Hero or...
Yeah. You think that's heroic or not?
No. I don't
W.
think unaliving anyone's heroic.
You and Aiden should hash that out.
Bro, so you don't think...
Nobody? What if there was a guy who was gonna grape all the women on the whole planet, and then like I unalived him?
Grape.
Bro, good job, my boy.
Would I be a hero?
Hero W.
Yeah, bro, you a hero, dog.
Come on, somebody tell me I'm a hero, please.
All right, you got me there.
You're a hero for me just for the capitalism thing. Like,
You're a hero for me for saying grape you. I'm gonna grape you in the mouth.
WKUK?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, it's Whitest Kids You Know. That's where that reference is from, you fucking
yeah,
F slur.
exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
So I think the important thing to understand about this whole situation is like the American people are being taken advantage of by like rich billionaires, and they're just kind of sick of it. And this was like this was an action that came out of that. So like they don't really have that many legal means to pursue justice, right? Like how are you going to get the CEO punished when he has all the money and power and you don't? And so this was his way of striking back at the system. Whether or not we think it's justified is the
Which
question.
you do.
But like,
is this Green Goblin guy dead now?
Wait, Phantom. I'm actually really
Did they catch
interested.
this
Wait,
Green
one second, Kitty. Phantom, you said that you think this guy is a hero?
I am not sure. I think.
Wow, that was an easy concession.
I would say.
Really was.
No, it's not that I think he's. See, my problem is I don't think he's necessarily doing this for like class revolution, right? So I don't know the full reasons yet. We can when we hear his side of the story. In full, we'll be able to make a determination.
Yeah, but there's an inductive case to be made that he was only doing this to solve his personal grievances, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Sure, and in that case, would that be heroic? I don't think that's necessarily heroic.
Yeah.
Right. So like, it's hard for me to say you're a hero.
Yeah.
But if he's doing this to send a message to the CEOs, and hell yeah, that's pretty heroic.
But being heroic, does that make you a hero? Like, can people do heroic things that aren't heroes?
I think.
I mean, I feel like that's just kind of getting pedantic, though. Like I would say,
right, but I'm role playing as Ismar right now.
If you were to send a message,
yeah. I'm just kidding.
Hero is saving people. Did he save people by doing that?
Well, he didn't save people, but he stopped the continued unaliving. Yeah.
Hang on. So if United changes their policy because they're afraid of how like people are going to attack them, and less people unalive because of that, that is saving people, isn't it?
I would agree in like some like abstract sense that less people are unaliving, but I would equivalent it to like would I rather people like not make animals suffer, even though that'll lead to like the non-reproduction of domesticated animals and therefore like less of them will exist? Yeah, I think it's better that less of them exist than that they be exploited or something. So in that same way, I think that less people will be unalived. But it's not the case that he will be like stopping them from dying. It'll be like some tertiary response to his actions.
Well, it's that those people are now getting their medical care because.
I agree with that, and that's what I do like about this, right?
Well, what was the? I'm kind of a outsider on this. What was the whole reason why he?
We don't know the full story yet. I've heard that it's because his mother was denied cancer treatment. I don't know the full story.
He released a manifesto, and in it, notably, he mentioned his grandparents.
I've heard that that's not. I've heard that that's like not
planted.
Really. Planted. I've heard there's fake manifestos out there. So like, if you have a source, I would love to see it. Like, I would like to know why this guy did what he did.
Well, I think I just read it off of like NPR or some like regular mainstream media, but like.
Well, NPR is pretty reliable.
Yeah. But notably, he talks about his grandparents being denied for some like spinal condition, him being denied for his like back pain, and then he talks about how Americans pay. We're number one in as far as like money that we pump into our healthcare system, but we're number 46 in terms of how long we're expected to live in the world. And the incongruence between that and the quality he felt like he should be receiving is why he was like, yeah, maybe I am the first person to like be angry about this, but like people definitely know about this and maybe they just have some myopic sort of apathy towards it, but I am angry about it, so I'm going to do something about it.
So what? He walked in and
yep.
He pewed someone?
So it looks like his manifesto was published, but I haven't yet found the full. Ooh, hey, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to read. Like, not that it like turns on anything. He could be lying or whatever. I don't care. But
he walked in and banged the guy, and he's alive.
Yeah. He's in custody right now.
Yeah, he tripled.
Because in America, we don't believe in the unjustment passing on of sentences. So he's gonna get his trial and his day in court. Oh wait. Oh well, except in that CEO case.
He literally does look like the Green Goblin. Whoever said that was funny as fuck.
Thank you. It was me.
He triple tapped him in the back in broad daylight, and
really,
Yeah.
It wasn't that day.
So
Not even a manly daylight. It was a broad daylight.
So if this was like 1910s America and this guy like unalived a robber baron, would he be a hero or not?
It depends on what you mean by robber baron, because I have no idea what that is.
A robber baron is pretty clear what that is.
Wait, what?
It's in the name. It's literally like somebody who's like stolen and is acting as like a lord off of the lower class and working class.
Oh, like like Robin Hood, but selfish.
Oh, okay.
No, like Rockefeller.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Now, opposite.
So, like, would he be a hero for unaliving, the head of U.S. Steel?
Look, whether I agree with the outcome, I think that the action is an immoral action, like taking the life of something that doesn't want to die when you don't have to. I think that's immoral.
I think it also could make a martyr, and someone else will rise up right after. Do the same.
Can immoral actions be justified by the circumstances, though?
Yeah, I think that there's such thing as justified immoral actions, but I think that heroes do moral actions, right? And I think that though I really can't stress enough how like excited I am for the like kick in the ass this is to the whole system. I think that this guy's a hero? No. Do I like the potential change that is going to happen? Yes.
Could I ask a parallel question to the panel? Who here thinks like John Brown is a hero?
Yeah, this was we talked about this already.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
What did we decide on? Because I think John Brown's a hero.
Hero.
Absolutely. John Brown was a hero.
I don't know what the hell John Brown did.
So John Brown was an abolitionist before the Civil War, and he attacked Harper's Ferry and attempted to liberate the Southern slaves through like armed rebellion.
Yeah.
But he attacked with like all of his like sons, and he ended up being unalived by the federal government. They went and retook it.
Yeah, I think he's a hero.
And unalived a lot of people.
Yo, Aiden hears 3 facts about somebody and he knows whether they're a hero or not.
No. Because wasn't there a Netflix movie about him?
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's called Southpaw.
What? No. It's called like Jonestown or some shit like that.
Yeah, no,
Jones. Yeah. Then I do know, and then I do think bro was a hero.
I agree he was a hero. But
isn't it moral to do violence against your oppressor, to stand up against them?
it depends on what you mean by moral there. Like what moral theory do you guys hold to?
I'm thinking this guy's a hero now.
So I hold to like harm theory.
Okay.
But
do you think that wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
You think this guy caused harm or nah?
He did, but there's harm being inflicted upon us, right? So if harm is inflicted on you, don't you have justification to like retaliate?
Yeah, but harm being implicitly committed versus harm being complicitly committed. There's a big difference there. Do you agree?
Elaborate the difference.
Yeah, so this guy is at the seat of a desk of something that, let's just paint it how it is, like from a Tim Burton movie, corrupt, like slime is all on the walls of the doorknobs. This is a bad system, right? That is implicitly affecting people due to policy and due to, oh, sorry, we can't afford that, or we can't cover that, or we're going to have to give you this medicine instead of this medicine. This guy is loading the pew pew food into the dispenser and putting it into this guy's bag complicitly.
Okay.
Well, when does it cross over from
unaliving this one dude isn't going to change the system?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think he's a hero.
When does it cross over from implicit to explicit? When it can cross over once you have enough data and you can understand that the system is explicit. Like once you have decades of information, thousands of witnesses, then it does become explicit, doesn't it?
I'm saying if the Gestapo come to my house and say like where's Anne Frank, and I just don't say anything, right? I'm lying by omission there, right? I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything that's false. If I say she's not here, and it turns out I'm single-handedly saving Anne Frank because I'm a great guy,
I'm committing. I'm lying there.
Yeah, but that's not immoral.
Yeah, what is that?
Like, I wouldn't call that.
Oh, I'm not saying that's immoral or immoral. I'm saying that's omission versus commission. This guy committed a crime due to being omitted from a system.
Right. But do you think that, like, committing that crime by omission or commission is, like, significantly different? Like,
Yeah, I would say that there's agents with intent behind commission, and there's kind of like this social buzz of like maybe misfound goals under the omission. I think it was moral when we murdered murdered Osama bin Laden. Yeah,
but wasn't that, like, schmurder?
I agree. It was murder. But wait. I'm not saying the guy was a hero, right?
No.
I'm just saying like.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Wait. So it's fine to say, like, so I'm just confused because you said schmurder is immoral, right? But then you said it's moral. It was moral when we schmurdered Osama.
Yeah. So I just got my patriotism took over me. Okay, is it moral to take
but that's illogical, isn't it?
I agree. So what I would like to revise my position and say, it is immoral to take the life of something that doesn't want to die if you don't have to, and there's probably going to be some threshold there. Well,
Wait,
where
when would you have to?
Huh?
Is there any circumstance where you have to?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's always immoral to unalive somebody.
Wait, no, but what? No, because there's going to be some threshold deontology mixed in there, right? There's probably going to exist some threshold. If you say like, would you rather pew a baby or cow? I'm going to say a cow or 10 cows, a billion cows. There's going to be some number where I choose the baby or something because I value like some level of sentience or something.
You comparing a baby to 10,000 cows?
No, not 10,000 for sure. That'd be crazy.
Wait, no, but like for example, if someone's attacking me, right?
Yeah.
You're saying, is it justified if they're gonna unalive me? Is it justified if I unalive? Because I don't have to.
Yeah,
I
but
can just die.
that's because I also sprinkle in a little bit of the non-aggression principle into my moral system, right? If somebody's aggressing and gonna impose their will on you, that should be disallowed.
Right. So the having to doesn't have anything to do with anything because like I don't understand when you said you have to.
Well, so I'm just adopting language that I use when I run vegan arguments to human people.
I'm just saying it doesn't seem to matter whether you have to or you don't because you said there's no circumstance where you have to.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So I could just cut that part out and mean the same thing.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to unalive me, I'll unalive them.
Yeah. Like, if you think about it, like, if humans don't want to be eaten, why are they made out of food, you know? That's what I'm saying.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I've
Aiden, thoughts?
Are there things that have calories that I guess except for alcohol that like everything's living? Everything that we eat is living.
Yeah, you think that cutting a baby and cutting a carrot are the same? They're both living. Come on, bro. Be logically consistent. You see how weird you sound, bro? Shut up.
I think like fruits and stuff. Well, maybe not fruits, but I think like plants may be conscious.
Yeah, you think that cutting up a plant and cutting up a baby is the same? Stop, weirdo.
I definitely don't think they're the same. I also don't think that like unaliving my kid and like your kid are going to be the same. My kid's way better.
Yeah, better tasting maybe. I'm just kidding.
We're getting really off topic here.
Wait, AR, welcome back. What do you think about any of this?
So what?
No, I was. You've been crickets for a while.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, Mr. Host.
It's all good. You beat GTA 5 and now you're here.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something to Lucia. Lucia, yes, that did affect it. Literally the day after the CEO was unalived, they reversed that policy change. Literally the day after. So Lucia, yeah, that did happen.
It did affect something. What I was thinking was like, you take out the top dog, then someone's just gonna take their place. This shit's not gonna end until
you continue taking out the top dogs.
Deep state.
Don't you think like at what point do they stop? Do the top dogs say, "I'm too afraid to like take this top position and exploit people"?
Like 15 of them. I think like 15. They'll be like, I don't know.
15
I don't know
is
about
crazy.
this. I'll work on let me go incognito and work on
There's
this.
too much money in this shit, man.
Wait, but if anybody here says they wouldn't have pew-pewed the CEO, and you say that this guy's a hero, why wouldn't you have done it?
Because I'm on house arrest.
You know that some other guy,
The VP is just gonna take his place.
I mean, I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people's morals would change drastically if they knew they wouldn't get caught for things. I think a lot more people would be willing to do things that they say they would never do. I would definitely never do that.
Hey, give an example of something that you say you wouldn't do that you would do if nobody was watching. Prove it.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, there's plenty of people I would unalive if I knew I would never get in trouble for it.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I don't give a shit, bro.
Officer, he's right over here.
All these people unaliving people in
Wait,
wars and stuff like that.
Ismar,
There's plenty of leaders.
you think this guy's a hero? You think this guy's a hero?
Huh?
You think this guy's a hero?
No, I don't think he should have done what he did. Like,
But
I don't
you
even
would
know
have,
the
though.
details. No, I wouldn't have. I don't know the fucking CEO. But I'm saying there are people who I do know about that like, I would have no issue putting an end to personally.
Pedophiles, fucking sex offenders, fuck them.
Like, for me personally, like, I used to be more worried. Like, I would never do that to somebody. I could never imagine, like, taking this experience away from someone. Like, but now I've changed. Like, for me, it's just
somebody in the comments is saying something. This guy or Jesus Christ? You get to shake one of their hands. Who is it? I'm just saying.
Probably Jesus Christ.
Yeah, maybe it might be an invisible hand.
It's gonna be all bloody though.
The hand might not even exist.
I think
This guy's real, so that kind of That's what I was trying to go after, but I don't know. Maybe Jesus was real.
When you go to shake Jesus' hand and your middle finger goes through his hole, it's like that's so awkward.
Jesus didn't murder anybody though, so.
You shake Jesus' hand. Technically, aren't you shaking everyone's hand?
Ooh, what do you think, Aiden?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, Jesus is kind of on house arrest too, but he's in the kingdom of heaven. You know.
You know, it is what it is, Greg.
Yeah, yeah. You got to get it how you live sometimes, you know.
Exactly. You know, you're not on house arrest forever. just like Jesus. You know, he'll come back one day.
Heard that before.
I think it's crazy how we're all like, is this guy a hero or not? Like, I don't even know this guy. I can't. Like, imagine knowing this.
Imagine you and Kitty joining up here to be like, oh, who is this guy though? You know what I mean?
That's literally what's happening right now. I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Hey, AR, you think you got it? I'm gonna hop off.
I thought this guy was Drake Gyllenhaal. Cheers.